starting the live stream right now. I'm gonna check how the stream is doing. Actually, no, I might just stick with the stream I'm doing right now. Yeah, I apologize for the technical difficulties.
The recent one.
Wait, what?
Nothing.
Removed by. Oh wait, hold on. I gotta open YouTube again because YouTube thinks I deleted the thing.
Nice job.
There we go. I can hear myself now. All right. Um. All right.
Yeah, let's get this started.
Yeah, let's make sure I don't fucking fuck up again.
Yep.
All right. Let me share screen this. To put it in short, we're responding to Blackarooni's video. This is just a debate, no drama or anything like that. To make this clear, this is no drama.
Your discretion is advised.
All right, you're coming in pretty good. We can actually hear you on the stream.
Yeah, I can see it.
Oh, can you guys hear it?
So I was originally gonna.
Yeah, I can see it. See
Alright.
and click. See in here.
All right. Might as well repeat what we said, but we'll get there.
Gonna make these videos in order, but since Godzilla X Kong is coming out next week, I might as well just make this video and do the other videos after the release of Godzilla X Kong. But since this is a Godzilla video, I might as well change my PNG into my favorite Godzilla. Yeah, I know, this Godzilla's an ass, but I grew up with this Godzilla and enjoyed this Godzilla. Besides, if I didn't grow up with this Godzilla,
If I can remember correctly, they said something about the 1998 Godzilla, but I don't remember much of what they said after that.
I wouldn't be in this community.
Besides, who would you be without me, Prime?
Anyways, Blackarooni, let's hear what you have to say about a problem that doesn't exist.
Oh yeah, when I said that, from what I can remember, they claimed that there is a problem, and I was like, yeah, the problem you guys are mentioning is not even a thing. You're only mentioning it because like you don't understand Godzilla. Like I didn't tell them that, but I was watching it with my friends, and that's what I just told them.
Isn't your whole problem with Blackarooni's whole video was that he was a tourist, essentially?
Taurus, I think he's most likely a Taurus. I thought he was a grifter, and I think it's most likely because his friends are like being super defensive, telling everyone that he's not a grifter, and only grifters would do that. So yeah, I mean that sounds stupid, but yeah, you know what I mean. But I'm not trying to. Yeah, you know what I mean. So yeah.
I just woke up and I'm already seeing these posts of the fandom seething, and I've already seen more than my fair share, so I'm not going to waste your time here and just tell you right off the bat that Japan is doing much better things with Godzilla than the US ever has.
No, not.
Okay.
Well, the video was already going to say it here, but I still agree with that statement. I honestly feel like both Japan and America is doing good with Godzilla. And the only example, I mean, it's just kind of a little debate going on because a lot of people are judging King of the Monsters because of the box office and not how actually the movie is. In my opinion, I honestly think King of the Monsters was a good movie. The only reason why it didn't do well in the box office was because of, well, I said this to my friends and I knew this was going to happen. It was mostly because it was being released to like iconic movies. I think it was either James Bond 007. I don't remember what was the other one, and the other one was fucking Disney Aladdin live action nostalgia and stuff like that. I knew Godzilla was not going to win that because it's being released in the day where people are hyped for these type of movies, and I always like I should have like, I mean not should have, but yeah, I feel like the movie should have just been released like maybe like after the release date of like Aladdin or 007, wherever the movie was, but overall, yeah. And maybe it's a little bit of the toys too, from what I can remember, because there wasn't really much of the toys you can get from King of the Monsters. There wasn't even like a Playmate size. I think it was 6 inch. They only had the big ones, and not like a 6 inch version of like a Godzilla you can do with your King Ghidorah and Rodan. Then I mean, there is a small version of Mothra if you want to be accurate with it, but even then there wasn't like a 6 inch version of Mothra. But today we're getting that now with New Empire.
Not really. Both America and Japan Godzilla movies are doing well. For example, 2014's box office was this number, and Godzilla vs. Kong's
All right. So I'm not joking when I say this. It was one of what the fuck did I say?
ever has.
No, not really. Both America
Okay, hold on.
number and Godzilla
Okay, so one of Blackarooni's friends
doing well. For example, 2014's box office
Okay, one of
was
Blackarooni's
this.
friends' argument for me saying this is because since I didn't pronounce it, I might be faking this. But he did have another one where it said I should have shown evidence, which I agree I should have shown evidence instead of showing like nothing here. But we might as well do that right now. All right, let's go on Google. How much money did Godzilla 2014 made? And I'm gonna ignore the AI one. It had a fuck. Hold on.
I'm
They
back.
go to the
Where is it?
Wikipedia page for this one.
No, I don't really trust the Wikipedia that much. Oh, is that the same one
It's
in my
not
video?
that.
Oh, it is.
Gosh.
Well, it says it right here. So either way, it still made a lot of money, and people can have their opinions on the movie. For me, I still like it, but I can't agree that the movie is a little bit dark and the main character should have been I forgot the actor's name, but he's the guy who played as Heisenberg from Breaking Bad. I feel like he should have been the main character and not his son because his son was like super bland. I mean, not bland, but he was like he didn't show any emotions. He was more like a fucking statue in the movie.
I mean, my main concern with Godzilla 2014 was that it was just kind of slow and a bit too slow at that.
I wouldn't mind that if they actually showed the fight scene of like the male Muto and Godzilla, because you were there for Godzilla and Godzilla doing his actions, and the moment they skipped that, it was fucking stupid. Like, why would you do that? Like, people are here to watch not only like Godzilla but also giant monsters fighting too. Like that's
Just like,
that's
I
like
don't-
saying that's like imagine that with fucking Spider-Man or Batman, and then they cut to like whatever Bruce Wayne was doing after the fight. Like no one's gonna like that, and I find it kind of stupid to do that. And back then, like in 2019, or I think it was in 2019, I had friends having a defense for this. I used to be that, but I decided not to because it was just the more I look back on it, and it was just stupid. But I think my friends disagree with that now. My other friends, not the friends that I talk to, but yeah. Oh, you wanna say anything on this, Hunter?
I don't know. I think
Okay.
they just didn't show enough of Godzilla in that movie.
Yeah, I can agree with that. The only time he did show was like at the end of the movie, which again, like people said for the 2014, it's a movie, and I'm starting to see this now. It's a movie about Godzilla, but yet you made the movie revolve around the Mutos.
Right.
So, I mean, I wouldn't mind that if the whole point of the movie was to tell us that he's supposed to kill the Mutos because there's like their ancient enemy because they're well known for killing his species and stuff like that. I mean, we did get a hint of that I think in the movie where they said like I think they said like Dagon or the bones in the movie were like a Godzilla ancestor and there was a Muto inside of it or something like that. It's been a while since I've seen the movie, so I might be getting things wrong, but yeah.
number, and Godzilla vs. Kong's box office was this number. So, no, Japan is not doing better than America. Both America and Japan are doing well.
Japan has a better understanding of the character than the US, and
It depends on who's working on a Godzilla movie. Most Godzilla fans prefer people like
Yeah, I still stick with that too. It kind of depends on who's directing the Godzilla movie over in America. If it's Adam Wingard, then yeah, go full out for it. Like he knows Godzilla and he wants to do shit that he remembers seeing from Godzilla. And the same thing can be said with I forgot the director's name from King of the Monsters, but he was the guy who did Krampus and Trick or Treat. I forgot his name, but he was also a fan of Godzilla too. And I'm worried for the new Godzilla movie, not because of like wherever people are saying nowadays. It's mostly because I'm worried about the director. Because the director has confirmed that he knows nothing about Godzilla. He only knows Godzilla because correct me if I'm wrong on this. Anyone in the comments section who keeps up with the MonsterVerse information and stuff like that, he got his information from his son. And I'm not gonna say like he's a bad director because I saw his movie Mother and it was a good movie, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that because he doesn't know anything about Godzilla. He's only getting information from his son, which I don't know. I feel his son should have been the director. What's your thoughts on that, Hunter?
I don't know what I'd really say on that one per se, because I wasn't really into it as much at the time.
Oh, you're cutting out right now.
Oh wait, what was the movie we were talking about again? I zoned out for a second.
Oh, I was talking about no, I was talking about how the director for the upcoming MonsterVerse film has, from I can remember, from the information I've been told, that he knows little to nothing about Godzilla, and he only knows about Godzilla because his son is like a big fan of Godzilla or something like that.
Okay, my thing about that is, I mean, why direct something that you don't know knowledge of?
Yeah, there's some examples. I forgot what that movie was, but there was a movie that someone directed. Okay, no, never mind. Jeepers Creepers. I know that movie is a little bit controversial, but let's ignore the controversy. The recent one, a friend of mine has seen it. Venom fan. He used to be here, but now he's gone because he's probably doing his own thing right now. Lee saw the movie. He hated it because it was nothing like the Jeepers Creepers, and from what he told me from his own research, he found out the director who made that reboot or whatever it was had admitted that he knew nothing about Jeepers Creepers, and that's why nobody liked that new movie. And
It's garbage, and I hate it.
yeah, thank God I didn't see it, but this is what I'm being told. But yeah, if that's the case, then I'm worried for this because this is a director that has little to information to about Godzilla. Now again, maybe this can be made up for action or something like that because again, um correct me if I'm wrong on this, but Michael Bay knew little to nothing about Transformers. He only knew them because of the toys, but yet he still made a good movie, the 2007 movie, and it was great from my childhood and what others are saying. So I'm in the middle of this. Like it could be good, it could be bad. I don't know. We just gotta wait and see.
Michael Dougherty,
I don't know.
Gareth Edwards, and Adam Wingard.
Michael Bay knew exactly what we wanted in a Transformers movie, and he gave us exactly that.
Yeah.
But the problem with that is that we got, in my opinion, one of the more divisive Optimus Primes.
Oh yeah, because there's still an ongoing debate of whether he was a good guy and a bad guy. I honestly think he's like a realistic version of like a veteran from war, like someone stated in a video. I think I shared it in my server, but I could be wrong on that. But also for Monster Master, I'm listening to my stream right now and I can hear myself perfectly, so I think it's just your end. So all right.
My
Overall,
thing
go ahead.
is that the Optimus Prime from the Transformers 2007 movie is more in line with the Skybound Comics Optimus Prime. However, the Skybound Optimus Prime has shown he is capable of more compassion than what we've seen from the 2007 Optimus.
I think the reason why people are saying that because we never got like a lot of interaction with the robots. We only saw them like with like funny scenes and stuff like that. And it's kind of like the same situation with Sonic X where they focus on Chris and not with like the character, like the main character of the fucking show, Sonic. So I can understand that.
Oh gosh, that anime made me mad sometimes.
I only remember seeing little of it, and when I tried to like to rewatch it, I lost interest of it because I don't know why. I just lost interest in it, but I still love the show. I still love the show.
Because those people understand Godzilla, except for, well, the 1998 Godzilla directors. They knew nothing about Godzilla. Then again,
That I can agree with. Even though I still love the 1998 Godzilla, that I can agree with because Roland Emmerich did confirm that he knew nothing about Godzilla and never liked Godzilla. He only did this movie because he wanted money out of it. And yeah, I just hope we don't experience that again. And I guess we're kind of doing it, but at the same time, I don't know nothing much about this new director that's directing the new MonsterVerse film, and I hope that's not the case for him, which I highly doubt. But if it is the case, then we might have another 1998 situation right now.
They better not screw this up.
Yeah.
I am talking
If it does, we know who to blame it to. Joking, by the way. Don't take this seriously.
about a guy who literally said this.
They really thought this was a Barbenheimer moment. All this proved was that Takashi is too nice to tell Wingard the truth, laughing my ass off.
But I have to be honest here. I watched that documentary or whatever it was. They were just talking about Godzilla and why they like it. And this guy's first thought was, "Oh, he was being nice to him. He didn't want to take him seriously." I'm like, motherfucker. When it comes to Godzilla conversations, they mostly do take it seriously, and that was a serious moment between them because they know how much they love Godzilla. Like, fucking hell, that is so stupid for him to say, like, to try to act like he was trying to act all highly mighty and try to say like, oh, this guy doesn't know any better. Like, it's kind of like, oh yeah, there's something I wanted to say. He did a whole like comparison thing about Godzilla, saying how you would like a teacher doesn't know anything better about your child. But here's the thing, though. The teacher knows your child because they hang out with your child. So that's a stupid comparison to say. Yeah. I can't. I'm busy. All right. Like, that was stupid. Like, I don't understand that. But overall, like, yeah, it was just, yeah. I'm trying to think how to word this because, like, jeez, this is stupid. Like I honestly feel like it just actually no, like the whole point of the teacher, like they have to understand the child so they can do that because that's how my teachers knew what I liked and stuff like that. So yeah, I just find that comparison just fucking stupid.
I won't lie here, man. You kind of sound like a douche.
If you don't know me by
I won't lie. I'm gonna keep that statement because he kind of did sound like a douche doing that.
now, hi, I'm Blackarooni, your local zoomer asshole with an autistic affinity for the alpine amphibian. Yes, Godzilla is technically amphibious.
What the fuck? No. Almost all descriptions of Godzilla are either an iguana.
From I can remember
I mean,
from the live
Godzilla
stream,
does have gills.
depends on the variation. So in 2014 case, yes, and I think Shin Godzilla's second form as well. But I did call him in this case, and he did correct himself on that. But the more I look back on this video, I feel like I shouldn't mention that because obviously, like someone said in my in this video right here, amphibia doesn't mean like amphibian. It can also mean aquatic and stuff like that. So yeah, so he probably was just referencing like aquatic and something like that. But whatever.
Dinosaur or lizard, never amphibious. And no, just
I might as well, or I'll say this right now. I would not mind seeing an amphibian Godzilla because I don't think we have done an amphibian Godzilla before, but I'm willing to do it, or someone to do it. I'm fine with either.
just because one of Godzilla's Ultimus forms was called Godzilla Amphibious doesn't mean he is an amphibious. He's just a reference to variant.
Godzilla -1 hit theaters on December 1st, and it was an instant smash hit.
I don't disagree. I enjoyed that movie, and I'm glad that movie won a reward.
That I'm still happy that movie won a reward, but at the same time, knowing how long it's been, I honestly feel like it shouldn't deserve a reward because the shit that's been happening in the Godzilla fandom now.
Whoa! Now, hold on a second.
I know that's a extreme take, but I don't mind hearing your side on this, Hunter. Go ahead.
I think that Godzilla -1 deserves all the praise that it gets, despite what is happening in the fandom.
Yeah.
I don't think they should have their awards taken away because the filmmakers spent so much time on a shoestring budget to make this movie happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And yeah, I guess I can agree with that.
This movie was everything I've ever wanted from a Godzilla movie, and more. And if you know me, you know how true this sentiment is. This movie will go down as the best Godzilla movie of all time because it does everything right.
Well, I'm glad you found a favorite Godzilla movie you can enjoy. We have been doing this for...
Yes. I think this might be still a problem. Actually, no, I might as well look video play because I think I'm gonna dive into that, and once we do, I'll talk about it there.
Wait a second, where are you going with this?
The problem, however, is the fact that they've done the same thing with Shin when it first came out, and people often hold the original in high regard, but despite all of that, they somehow don't employ the instinctive ability to recognize a good movie by distinguishing between that and a bad movie.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I have my own hot take.
Go ahead.
I have my own hot take about this.
Go ahead.
I think Godzilla Minus One is better than the original 1954 version.
I mean, it's your opinion. Like, if you want to say that, that's fine. But just as long as you still respect the original,
least I think-
that's fine.
I mean,
But-
yeah, I respect the original, but I feel like Godzilla Minus One did it a lot better.
Yeah, I think he said something like this too in the video. I could be wrong, but overall. But anyways, before you said your hot take, I'm gonna say this, and this could be a hot take of mine. I don't give a fuck what people say. Like, I still love Shin Godzilla, but I can agree that movie was fucking ass. Like, I'm sorry, Shin Godzilla did nothing but fucking walked around and used his atomic breath when he felt like he's in danger. The whole rest of the movie was just fucking like governments of power talking about something. Like, that's all it was. We don't even get to know these fuckers, and they were just talking about, like, we were just thrown into the action. I wouldn't mind that if we got to know the characters along the way. Like, that would have been a good thing, but we never got that in Shin Godzilla. And you're gonna see Blackarooni dick writing this movie, trying to tell everyone that, oh, it's a good movie. Even though he's trying to say Shin Godzilla and Minus One are good movies, but when you compare those movies, and by the way, watch my video because I actually did that. No, I'm sorry, but Minus One is 10 times better than what Shin Godzilla could ever be. Even the fucking angry video game nerd said it himself. I mean, no, he didn't say like Shin Godzilla sucks or anything like that. He just liked the design of Shin Godzilla, so I don't know his thoughts on Shin Godzilla. Maybe I did. I mean, I did watch the video, but it's been a while. But yeah, actually no, that was a stupid reason to bring him up. But either, yeah, I'm starting to remember. But either way, that's just fucking stupid. Like, to compare like Minus One with Shin Godzilla. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I love Shin Godzilla with my heart, but I'm sorry, that movie was just fucking ass. Like, I'm sorry, it just is. And I'm willing to take that shit to my grave.
Definitely two different sides on of the spectrum.
Mhm.
Like comparing, Godzilla Minus One and the New Empire.
Oh yeah, that's what this guy constantly does. With not only Minus One, but also like legendary movies like 2014 and no, it was like King of the Monsters and other stuff like that. And people in the comics section were telling him that those are like different movies and different genres. And the only reason why he's comparing them to because they happen to have Godzilla. That's the only thing I noticed from the video and the live stream he did.
The thing is like Monster Island Buddies has said, it's essentially comparing apples to oranges because it's two different movies.
Yeah.
They place movies like King of the Monsters right next to movies like Shin.
Some people...
Hold on, I'm gonna say this right now. Whoever thought it was a good idea to place King of the Monsters next to Shin, I'm sorry, but you gotta check your fucking brain. Because like I said earlier, Shin Godzilla was the shittiest movie. Shittiest movie. I don't know how it won like $1 million. Like, I feel like they should have added, like Blackarooni was saying for fucking Monsterverse, add characters we cared for, depth to them, show why Godzilla is threatening. Throughout Shin Godzilla, we got fucking none of that. None of that. You might as well call me the Blackarooni of fucking Shin Godzilla.
People didn't enjoy Shin Godzilla because the movie does not balance out between the human characters and Godzilla himself, especially...
I mean, yeah, that was the criticisms I heard from people's end, but after watching like Minus One, I feel like that can work, but it has to be at the same level as like Minus One did. Like, if you're gonna do something like Shin Godzilla, you have to make it the same level as Minus One did, where we have interesting characters we can relate to and understand why they're going through this and stuff like that. Shin Godzilla, I don't know how many times I said this, never did that. Never once did. I don't remember the fucking characters. Even if I did, they're probably just a brain fart in the wind.
Especially when Godzilla is just walking forward and does nothing throughout the entire movie. As for King of the Monsters, from what I can remember, on the criticisms on that movie, I heard it had the same problems as Shin Godzilla, didn't balance out human characters and the monsters. Also, both films didn't have interesting or relatable characters, which I can agree with. But in my opinion, I like both movies, and I can say the same for people. They enjoy these movies either way.
Wait, hold on. What did I say about 2019?
Both films didn't have interesting or related balance out human characters and criticisms on that movie. I heard it had the same monsters. From what I can remember on the criticisms on that movie, I heard it had the same problems as Shin Godzilla.
Okay, from my end, from I can remember, like I did rewatch 2019 when I was preparing myself for New Empire. Kinda like they were like if you're talking about like the father of the movie where he was trying to get his daughter and from the mother, I guess we can kind of relate to him because he's a father looking out for a daughter. I guess we can kind of relate to that. But either then, yeah, I'm mixed on that. How about you, Hunter?
No.
You don't know? You said?
Can't really speak on this one.
Go ahead. Wait, you said something about. Wait, what did you say? I was waiting for your response. And
I can't speak on this one.
you can't speak on this one? Okay.
Didn't balance out human characters and the monsters. Also, both films didn't have interesting or relatable characters, which I can agree with. But in my opinion, I like both movies, and I can say the same for people. They enjoy these movies either way.
Godzilla fans have been eating good, they say. My brother in Christ, you have been eating feces.
If you want to
No.
tell people, like,
Okay.
hold on. If you want to tell people that your movies is not good, I don't think the first thing you should be doing is insulting them.
Okay, I want you to go back for a second to that meme.
What about it?
Yes, how can you look at this and say that we are not eating good?
Wait, what? Can you repeat that?
It doesn't make sense.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I said, how can you look at this meme and say that we're not eating good when a lot of this stuff is really good?
I mean,
You know,
yeah. Godzilla X Kong, I can agree is good. The Megalon short, I can agree is good. The Jaguar short is good, but I think I'm starting to lose focus on the whole suitmation thing. But I'm trying to get back on that because again, that's what started Godzilla, and I don't think we should get rid of that because by getting rid of that, that's like saying like that's like killing the heart, like the heart of the body. So no, we're not getting rid of shoots. And I did heard somewhere that they might bring that back. If that's the case, I hope they do.
my thing is Monarch Legacy and Monsters it was okay.
Yeah, it was okay. Like like there wasn't like there were some few things I don't agree with. Like actually no, not agree with. Like the scenes were good, the build up was good. I just don't like the characters, especially like the main one that we're supposed to relate to. She's a fucking asshole, and made it worse that she was a fucking cheater too. So it just made me hate her more than relate to the character, or be like, oh, I care for this character. She should be living with the other ones. And throughout the show, this might be how I saw it, or I might be getting it the wrong way. But I feel like the show is telling us that the sister might get with her brother's ex girlfriend, which I won't. I'm gonna say this. It's kind of fucked up if that's the case. Like that's
What?
that's how I got it. That's how I got it after watching Legacy of the Monsters.
Alright. We can continue.
Yeah, overall. Yeah, I hope that's not the case because that'll be so fucked up and it just makes me hate the character more.
Eating good, they say. My brother in Christ, you have been eating feces. Radioactive sulfuric feces.
I'm not gonna lie, you're starting to sound like that one person who think they know better when in reality, they really don't.
Monarch breaks continuity several times, shoehorns in characters and events in which they don't belong, and they don't act hard.
When he says this, he's talking about like how Legacy of the Monsters started with the nuke thing, how Godzilla looked at it and stuff like that, which it is, but it's not one that's going to bother a lot of people. The same thing with the characters in Legacy of the Monsters, because again, there's a lot of people in that bus, and you can make a story about one of those people.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
normal humans would, which, in a show marketed as a grounded and realistic take on the monsterverse akin to how 2014 handled things, that is a pretty big sin if you don't understand verisimilitude. It has unlikable characters played by charmless actors save for the big names like Wyatt and Kurt Russell, and overall the only redeeming quality is Godzilla, and even then they can't keep him consistent to its in-universe predecessor.
What? Okay. Monarch Legacy of the Monsters did not shoe in characters. Number 1, the show was an origin story about Monarch, how Monarch became the way it is today. Secondly, you're just nitpicking parts. Example, the scene of Godzilla looking at the atomic bomb. Yeah, it moved, but why does it matter? Hell, even when that clip came out, nobody complained about it. Instead, they made memes about it. Third,
That's the only thing I like about the show because of that fucking memes. I like this meme right here. Me, Loco, and Joey, I don't know what the fuck that is. A bag of fucking cheese.
Lactose intolerant.
Oh, that's even
A
funnier.
bag of fucking cheese. What do I just join in?
Oh,
Hey,
we're
promo.
looking at his video.
We're just watching the Blackarooni video I made, and then after that we're gonna watch his live stream and criticize on what he says about it.
Oh,
Alright.
this. Okay.
By the way,
Oh yeah,
Monster Master says
Wait, go ahead.
they love tokusatsu.
Wait, what?
I'm reading the chat.
Oh, Monster.
Oh.
Wait, who's saying that?
The Monster Master says that they love tokusatsu.
Oh, okay, that's good.
We all do.
We all do.
Kamen Rider's the best.
Yeah. Before we go any further, thank God Promo decided to join because he knows a little bit more about Blackarooni than I do. So, if there's anything that I said, you can criticize me here and now, Promo.
Okay.
All right, let's continue watching the video.
thirdly, there was more than one bus on that bridge. So it makes
That's like, how many buses are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, there's probably like 100 or back there because it was like covered in fog and shit like that.
sense to make a character who was on that bus to witness something traumatic. Do you know how the Showa...
Fun fact, I was watching one of his videos, Blackarooni's videos. His whole reason on why he doesn't like the character, besides like the things I mentioned, was because of fucking logic. He added logic into a show that shouldn't be logic in the first place because again, a giant monster. And if you guys are curious about shit like that, just watch fucking Trady Explainer's biology on giants because that explains more. So adding logic to a character that has no logic to begin with is fucking stupid and a shitty criticism you have to use just to make a point and shit like that. His whole
All I could say.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say. It's fine to add some logic here and there, like if that's supposed to like keep the continuity consistent. But like I see what your point here.
Mm-hmm.
era was started. It started with 1954 doing something serious, but slowly became what the Showa era is known today. Why do you think people are comparing the Monsterverse to the Showa era?
The last Monsterverse project was Godzilla
Pause that.
vs. Kong.
Go ahead.
It's not just a lot of people don't even bring this up either, but like it's not just the Showa era that literally started off serious, but it turned out goofy. It was also in kind of a way, in a sense, the Heisei era in a way, even though it is more, it has a storyline, it still has a lot of silly moments.
Yeah.
Continue.
We will get there when we get there. I can't say anything about this movie without it taking...
How long has it been? Because he said he was going to make a whole video about this, and from far as I can remember, I could be wrong, but he never made a video talking about like why he hates the movies and shit like that. From my curiosity.
It's because like he said that it takes a lot of time, and for what I heard last time, he started over some shit and saying that he doesn't really like it, and so he wanted to be as professional as possible with the video, which is why it's taking an eternity for it.
Yeah.
Plus, he just barely came back from the army.
Oh yeah, from the army too. I was gonna say something. I thought you were gonna bring that up. And I was gonna say like I'm talking about before, but yeah, I was gonna. But anyways, if he does make that video, how much of a bet it's gonna be fucking shittier than the other ones?
We'll just see, dude. We'll just see.
We'll see.
3 hours explaining everything wrong. I promise I'll finish my long
3 hours? Jesus. You might as well just turn that into a fucking live stream. You're gonna have like 3 hours of explaining like every movie how wrong it is. Even the fucking upcoming one, which hasn't been released yet. So, jeez, I don't know what to say to that.
man, okay? It just takes time.
You might as well just explain it now. There's no point of making this video if you can't explain why the MonsterVerse is bad.
And then we have the trailer for Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire.
Dude, the movie hasn't even come out yet, and you're already.
Someone did call me out on this. I feel like I should not have mentioned the fucking Crow movie on here, because that kind of did make me look hypocritical, and I'll take full blame for that. I should not have mentioned that, but minus on what I said, my point still stands. He should have just waited to watch the movie, and when he did, I feel like he didn't watch the movie, because I only saw like a little of his live stream, and then like he just said like stupid shit that I don't agree with, and it's just I feel like he didn't watch the movie and just made shit up on the spot.
From what I heard, even before the movie even came out, he saw like an early script of the film, like before the film even dropped in theaters, and like that's why he said that knew it was going to be bad.
Scripts are going to be different in the final product. Like I don't know why he's like reading from scripts, because they might change over time. Like, example, in the script, Shima was supposed to be a guy, but they turned Shima into a girl in the last second, and they were going to explain how Shima was supposed to be from either not related or related to Godzilla, but that never made it into the movie either. So that's some examples I can think of.
Assuming it's bad. Like, literally wait before the movie comes out.
Folks.
What?
Reptilian vagina, folks.
I fucking hate you.
Unless you know something is up with it, like I did with the reboot of the Crow movie. I did research on it and discovered the director of the new Crow movie.
Actually, since you mentioned how he does these things, I could just say his reasons of researching is just reading like scripts that might be changed in the final project is just stupid. He should have just waited until the movie actually came out. And by the way, mine is different because I actually went out and read articles, and the articles literally said that the director of the new fucking Crow movie does not know anything of the Crow movie, and I think from what I can hear, he hated the movie. I could be wrong on that, but yeah.
Knows nothing and does not care for the source material.
Look at this. This is not a real movie. This is not a real movie. This is a cartoon. This is a cartoon. You have these two running like people. You have Godzilla and Kong running like people. These are not real animals. These are not animals that the movie.
I don't know if I should call this a meltdown or a cringe moment right here.
We would try and make me believe are real. These are not. No, this is my suspension of disbelief. This just killed a part of my suspension of disbelief that I didn't even know I had until I lost it right now. They're running like people.
Only Kong is running like that, which I can understand because gorillas have like 98 or 99 or 98% of our DNA. But even then, that's a fucking gorilla. How the fuck do you make a giant lizard run like that? And from what I can remember watching the movie and the trailers, he wasn't even running like a human. He was like a little bit hunching over, looking like he's getting ready to crawl like he did in fucking Godzilla vs. Kong.
You know what's funny about that?
What?
When a friend of mine saw that scene for the first time, like the way how Godzilla and Kong were running, like it just reminded him of that one scene from the Jim Carrey Grinch movie from 2001 where he was running away from the explosion until it explodes.
I remember that. Someone needs to edit that. Someone needs to make a green screen of this and fucking edit that in there.
I think there already is a green screen of that.
Really?
I'm not too sure.
I'm gonna search that up and do
Yeah.
exactly that. I just wish the Grinch can be out of the way.
Why? Why would you
Fucking Dr. Skipper? Of course, this is a fake movie. It's under the fiction section. These are not real animals. Why are you even complaining about this?
demand better movies? -1 was a wake-up call telling us to ask for better movies. Don't you want good movies? Don't you want monster movies to be taken as seriously and be praised as -1 was?
Okay, now I'm starting to think this is Dr. Skipper's child. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea at first, until you do it over and over and over again. It gets boring.
I still stand with that. And the funniest thing is, after I said that, fucking Blackarooni from what I can remember from his other video where he mentioned superheroes, he mentions King Kong in there. He says that he said like something, I don't remember what it was, but he said something about Kong was different and something was kept the same and he did well. And in reality, he didn't. Like that was the whole reason why nobody remembers Kong until like MonsterVerse. He was almost forgotten if it wasn't for the MonsterVerse. You wanna know why he was almost forgotten? Because they kept using the same idea. They didn't like fucking experience with new ideas. Even when they did, it was fucking awful. Like the example I can think of was like one of the TV shows of Kong, the Kong TV show, and the recently like in the 2005 animated series where Kong was like a brother, was like a big brother to, I mean a little brother to someone's kid or whatever the fuck that was. But overall, they tried, but it was awful, and that's what made them to their downfall.
I think what you're trying to say here is that like with with each King Kong movie before the MonsterVerse even step in, they just retell the same story, but with just some few slight adjustments here and there. But
Yeah,
I
that's what
see
they
what you.
did. And the closest thing, like, I mean, yeah, they did that even with the Peter Jackson version. Like, I love Peter Jackson because they made like they made the characters like, not characters, like they made the characters like relatable, made Kong relatable and stuff like that. But it was still using the same idea. Like humanity brings an animal to the island, the animal dies because of humanity instance, and we blame it on ourselves and shit like that. Like they still use that idea to until like MonsterVerse decided to change that because they wanted to like make a cinematic movie with monsters, and it's still going to this day.
That's why we get movies like -1 rarely, because if we do it a lot of times, it will be boring. Also, the reason why Godzilla has different versions. We got the serious Godzilla, the goofy loving Godzilla, and the semi-serious Godzilla. They are unique and original. We have them so people can enjoy which version of Godzilla they enjoy the best. That's why we can pick either the Heisei, Showa, Millennium, etc.
No!
He claimed he does. Responding to the Monster Master, he claimed he does, but from what I can remember from his live stream, he literally lied, saying how Shin Godzilla like destroyed like a couple buildings. Unless he's referring to the second form, then yeah. But I feel like he was referring to like the fourth form, the Kumano-kun, not Kumano-kun, Shinagawa-kun. The fucking the one where he shoots laser out of his tails. He was saying that guy was causing destruction. In reality, he never did. The only time he did that was because he was defending himself from fucking Japan, like trying to take him out. That's the only time he did that. Besides that, he never destroyed anything besides like fucking walking around. Even then, he never even went towards a building. He just walked around like in the fucking streets, like your average Joe walking around like the neighborhood and shit like that.
No, I am sick and tired of this question, so I'm going to ask you, the viewer, if you're a Godzilla fan, why should we have a stupid monster movie? Why? For what purpose?
For Godzilla? I mean, it's in the title. People are here to watch a movie about Godzilla, not mostly about the human characters. But most people can agree that we do have mixed human characters and we need to fix that. That's mostly the problem for us Godzilla fans.
I still sorta agree with this, cause the New Empire, they try to make the characters relatable, I guess, but for me it was a mixed bag, and I feel, I mean, maybe because it's just me and other people see it differently, but if that's the case, or maybe it's not the case, I'm gonna say I'm mixed on this. But besides that, I still genuinely think you can make monsters like relatable or something, or yeah, relatable and shit like that, because even someone who recently joined the Godzilla fan base, well, not the fan base, Godzilla movies, was Eric Carter. Well, and yeah, I mentioned him in my videos too. He even agrees on the idea of whole like make a movie about the monsters and only the monsters. And we kind of did something like that within the comics, and I think a lot of people liked it. Yeah, I don't know how much money the comic
I
made,
think
but
the only reason
go ahead.
the only reason why like a lot of people like like enjoyed the comics more, and like why the comic will quote unquote work is because like it's in a book and it's just not like doesn't really take up that much time compared to the film.
Mm.
And plus, let me
They
just
don't
say
have
this.
good.
Pause
Go
that.
on.
Let me just say this. Like some of the older Godzilla movies, like they have some good human characters too. Don't get me wrong, but like I do agree that there are also some other half of the movies where just like the human characters are just unwatchable.
Yeah. The only movie I can think about that was unwatchable was fucking Godzilla Revenge. I could not, for the life of me, finish that movie. And I understand there's people defending it, but I feel like they're only defending it because of Gabra, which I can understand. Like, Gabra's a cool monster, and I feel like people shouldn't hate Gabra because of the movie he was in.
He's just
Good or
goofy.
decent
Yeah.
human character.
Wrong. I should have said this in the video, but that gave me a wrong fucking idea. He's basically trying to gatekeep Godzilla, which I'm not gonna lie, pisses me off. Because the whole point of Godzilla was for everyone to watch whatever Godzilla movie they like and pick one they think fits for, actually not fits, that they like more in Godzilla. Like if they pick the movie, if they pick the Showa era movies and they like that, then that's what they like. If they pick the Heisei Godzilla movies, that's what they like. If they pick it the 2000 movie, the GMK, 1998, etc., that's what they like. Hell, I am a prime example of that. I watched 1998 Godzilla, and when I try to watch like other Godzilla movies, I liked them, but it was nowhere at the same level on how I liked the 1998 Godzilla. Maybe because I'm a sci-fi nerd and I just like shit like Beast of the Toned Down Phantoms and shit like that. But overall, I like the 1998 Godzilla. Even the fucking sequel or spin-off series, I don't know what you want to call it. Like I even like the animated series too. Like it was my favorite. Both movie and the show was my favorite. What about you, Promo?
One thing that did rub me off the wrong way. Well, besides the whole gatekeeping part, like people have their own perceptions about that, but like I'm pretty sure he said that as a joke, but like the way how he just said it is just like is a little like he's not making a joke at all. Is that children are like the wrong type of people to get into the fan base, which is no. Well, maybe not fan base, but in the franchise.
Fan base, yeah, I can
Like
agree with, but the franchise, no, because again, Godzilla is made for everyone. Even
I'm
though,
pretty sure most Godzilla fans were fans of Godzilla when they were kids.
exactly.
Most of which.
Example, me, I grew up with dinosaurs, and then I started watching Godzilla because dinosaur, big dinosaur, and then I started liking this movie because I like Godzilla for what it is. Yeah,
Hmm.
and I do mean it literally. Godzilla's made for everyone. Well, kind of for everyone, because again, the whole fucking Godzilla Save the Earth melee community drama shit. And I still agree with those statements. Like, I still believe Godzilla is made for everyone, but not to the extreme. Like, fucking talking about, like, identity politics and shit like that. How the fuck are you gonna fit that with a fucking giant monster attacking the city? How are you gonna do that? Yeah, overall, like, Godzilla is made for everyone. Plain and simple.
With good movies, not roller coaster rides. Like the movies all you want, but in terms
He said to make movies that are not roller coaster rides. You know, by saying that, you're technically saying people should stop liking movies because they like the movie. Like, the whole point of a roller coaster ride is that you enjoy that and you wouldn't want to get off. Like, the example I can think of was the fucking Jurassic Park ride I was in. I never want to get off of that because it was so fucking amazing. I like that ride, even to this day. And I still hope Universal in my era doesn't change it to the fucking Jurassic World one. Because I seen the video of it, and I'm sorry, it's just fucking ass. I don't want my Universal's Jurassic World, my Jurassic Park change. The closest thing they're doing is like adding the Velociraptor coaster, and that's fine by me, just as long as I don't change the fucking river ride.
Watch as they change it. Lol.
I'm gonna hate the world.
of objective quality, the fan base has been dying for good stories. They're just in denial about it.
No, hold on, denial about it. A lot of people love the show and Heisei, Millennium, GMK, Kiryu Saga. What the fuck do you mean a lot of people were dying for it? A lot of people already had that. That's that fucking meme I saw. Oh god, I wish Betty was here. There was a meme I saw when they were talking about like fucking people claiming like, oh, if we add Mary Sue's into movies, it'll make them better, which because of some fucking feminist propaganda shit. There was a meme I saw where it shows the robot from Star Wars saying how he's here to save the character, and the character said I've already been saved, and he just fucking knocks her out. That's what he's doing right here. He's claiming that he's trying to save everyone, but in reality, he's just making it worse and knocking everyone out that tries to tell him that we don't need that because we already got this and that. We're just having a different issue.
Mm.
Okay, now I'm starting to think you are those people who think they know better. Also, Godzilla did have good stories. Even the ones you mentioned in your other video, like Godzilla vs. Biollante, where the story was about not messing with nature. Godzilla vs. Hedorah was a movie about stop polluting the world. And even 1954 was about nuclear weapons and how they're bad. Hell, Godzilla's Revenge was a movie about standing up for yourself. Also, what's wrong with roller coaster rides? The whole point of them is so you can enjoy them whenever you want.
Apparently, there's been a battle between the fanbase, a civil war, if you will. One on the side of Toho, another on the side of the Monsterverse, and some.
I'm gonna put my point of view on this. I find that shit fucking stupid. Why the fuck are we fighting amongst ourselves because fucking Monsterverse did better than fucking Japan and shit like that? Can't we just enjoy like both movies? Because I grew up with Toho Godzilla, and now I'm watching American Godzillas and stuff like that. I like both of them. Like, why are we starting fighting because you think one is good than the other? That's your point of view. Keep that to yourself. I mean, if you want to say that, that's fine. But don't fucking force it down to other throats saying like, oh, you guys are watching Japan movies. That fucking sucks. Godzilla over here in America is fucking better than that shit. Like, shut the fuck up. Let people enjoy like.
You want to know why?
Why?
Because it's mostly CGI. Like here in America, Godzilla is mostly well known for being CGI. Even if I'm going to include the 1998 movie, which does have CGI, they use animatronics and suits. But even then, like most Godzilla movies in Japan are but well known for being in suitmation. Which, yeah.
Which, if that's what they prefer, then that's fine. But just as long as they don't fucking like use that as an excuse to like hate another movie. Like, if you hate that movie, that's fine, but just don't like go around and treat it like it's the worst movie in the world compared to the fucking Joker, the new Joker movie that just came out. Like, fuck that.
Some people don't want there to be a fight and accept everyone equally.
I can agree. People can enjoy what they find more enjoyable. Like I said previously, we can have a semi-serious Godzilla or a serious Godzilla. Like, there's nothing wrong with having both.
The reason why the Monsterverse side is wrong is because the movies that they defend are absolute garbage in terms of plot, writing, character, all.
Characters, I can understand, but plot? The fuck you mean? I honestly think the plots are good, especially for like King of the Monsters case. And the same thing for fucking, in my opinion at least, fucking Godzilla versus Kong and New Empire. What about you?
In Godzilla vs. Kong, I feel like it's the weakest entry in the MonsterVerse in terms of movies, but I can't say I fully hate it. Though I do enjoy the New Empire a little bit more. Maybe it's like around third or second place for me.
What about you?
I feel like the New Empire had a bit of a stronger case to it. It definitely had a better fight, in my opinion.
It's not just the fight scenes that I feel like they're a lot better in the New Empire. Watches they're gonna say it's like a sloppy CGI fest, but like it's also because I feel like we get to follow Kong's story a lot more better here. Like I feel like he's, in my opinion, at least portrayed better a lot here than in GVK.
All of it. And I wish it could go deeper into detail, but that would take more time than I have. Just know that videos on the subject are coming.
No. Just no. Do I need to tell you what I said to you earlier? If the movies are garbage, why the hell are they making more of them now?
They pull up in a good excuse, which I do see, but here's the thing though. This doesn't happen like all the time. It randomly happens. So, one of Blackarooni's friends came to my comic section, like having an argument. I mean, not argument, a debate with me with stuff like this and yada yada.
The
And he
Xeno guy.
said, the Xeno guy, yeah. And he said this: just because that movie makes money, it doesn't mean it's good and stuff like that. Which I call bull, because there's some cases where he mentions like some bad movies will get popular. But here's the thing though, what about the opposite? For example, Transformers 1, greatest movie of all, but somehow fucking flopped. So I honestly call bull on that. And secondly,
Actually, it's coming back, thankfully.
Good, because that movie deserves all the praise it needed. Whoever did the fucking marketing for Transformers 1, they need to get fucking fired. Like, what the
It was
fuck
saved
is that
by the
by the Twitter guy,
It was
I know.
yeah.
I love that guy. That guy deserves my medal. The medal of approval. Everyone shout out to that Transformer guy. Overall.
Bruh.
Even then, like, that's not like a 20%, like, I mean, not 20%, 100% where it happens. No, like, that shit rarely happens. And even if it does, like, yeah, even if it does, it's probably gonna have the same case with movies now and then, where people back then used to hate it, then when people, like, today are looking back at it and they're saying, oh, it's not a bad movie.
I don't know. I can think of at least one example of a movie that made a lot of money, but I still think was pretty bad.
Oh, which one is it?
Transformers: The Last Night.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I can agree on
I mean, I understand where the Xeno guy is coming from. Like, yes, there are a lot of movies that made a lot of money that are not very good. Like I could name a lot, just a few, but it's too much to say what I want to say. But like, you get the idea. Like, there are a lot of bad movies that get a lot of money in the box office. I can agree with that.
Yes.
Well, and even then, that's like one, and I love the Michael Bay Transformers, but even the fucking, this time I'm mentioning for real, this time he meant it when I say this, the angry video, like, if you don't want fucking, like, Michael Bay Transformers movies, stop giving them money. And that's what people are doing nowadays. If a good movie is good, they're gonna go over there and see it. If a bad movie is bad, they're not gonna see it. But nowadays, it's going, they're doing it wrong, or something happened. I don't know what the fuck happened, because again, they did this with Transformers 1. For some reason, not a lot of people watched it. But thank God for, like I said earlier, the Transformer guy managed to do whatever he did, and yeah, and I'm glad for that. And I really hope that shit doesn't happen again, because apparently, this is the second time that happened, because the first time it happened was with Dungeons and Dragons, the movie. I don't know nothing about that. I was planning on watching it because me and my friends are planning to do a Dungeons and Dragons thing.
You haven't seen Dungeons and Dragons Band of Thieves yet?
No, I haven't.
You need to go watch it. It is so good, man. It's like one of the best iterations of the Dungeons and Dragons movies I have ever seen. I saw it with my dad when it came out. It was that good.
Alright.
Is it the one from last year?
Yes.
Yeah,
it was whatever for me.
Yeah, that
the only thing fun, the only memorable, someone we know.
Yeah, I know who you're referring to. But overall, yeah. But whatever the case in that movie, I heard it had like a political stuff in there, which I hope that's not the fucking case.
I barely remember any political stuff there.
There wasn't any political stuff. I don't know where that came from.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Overall, I might give it a watch, but if besides the whole political stuff, let's just say it's not in the movie. If that's the case, then damn, I feel bad for that movie. But I'm so happy that fucking Transformers 1 is not going to fall in the same situation that is.
The plot,
only
etc.
Transformers movie I know of that has flopped is the original Transformers movie itself, the one from the 90s.
Oh yeah, it did. It did not reach its budget.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the only Transformers movie to really flop.
Good, but the human characters are what I and others have a problem with. The human characters are the simple problem we can fix, and not a whole tirade about how -1 is good and the Monsterverse bad. I hate comparing Monsterverse to -1 because they're both completely different films at the end of the day. Also, again, what's the point of making this video if you could have spent your time making those videos instead of making a video that sounds like someone is mad at the fact that people are having fun? Oh, wait!
I can
Bruh.
agree with this. Like, if your whole point, and his fucking friend Zeno said this, that he's not trying to do this, then why the fuck are you posting memes like this? If your whole point is to tell everyone that you're not doing this, then why are you posting meme about it? I understand he's making fun of the people that's like saying this to him, but by doing this is just confirming their fucking suspicion in others. And fun fact, a friend of mine, I won't say who he is because I do not want him to go through this, went to his server, called himself Adolf. I'm not joking when I say this. He called Blackarooni, called himself Adolf Skipper. I'm not joking
Bro,
when I
really-
say that. He called himself Adolf Skipper. Combination of the Germany from like World War II, whatever the fuck his role was in World War II, and Dr. Skipper. Like, I'm laughing at that because it's funny, but that's not helping your case more. If the whole point of your case was to tell everyone that you're not doing this and you're not taking shit from Dr. Skipper, which by the way, that's a lie, because he literally said that even though he doesn't agree with Dr. Skipper, they make the same point. What? If you don't agree with it, then why are you saying he make the same point as you do? That makes no sense. Go ahead.
Bro, he literally pulled a Megan Fox, bro.
No.
Oh yeah, speaking of that, I forgot who this was. I think I posted it in my community notes. Someone actually did call like fucking Adam Wingard that. Well, not really. It was just a person reading a newspaper saying how he died and shit like that, and I find that fucking disrespectful.
What?
Yeah, I'm not joking.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, I'm not joking. Hold on, I just hope YouTube doesn't fucking delete my channel because I show this. Alright, let's go to my community post.
Watch as it deletes your channel.
I'm gonna be pissed if it does that.
I hope you know you said Shannon.
Where the fuck have you?
Oh, ew, woman.
Gosh damn it, promo, we're fucking live. Alright. Alright, let's go to my community. Where is it at? I know I posted it in here. I might as well just like show it here because because that's how bad it. I mean, not bad. How disrespectful it was. What is this? Oh, it was just another fucking stem drama. All right, where is it at? Because I rarely post on my community. So the only time I do this was to like do something on here. Hold on, we're getting there.
We're probably gonna have to dig deep for that one.
I know. Oh, mother. Yeah, that's the movie I was talking about. Mother, fan art. I think we're getting there. No, that's not it. Jeez, how far is it? It can't be that fucking far down. Oh no, that's not it. Was it like before? Oh no, it was like during. It was like after. What is this? It? Oh no. Oh yeah, this is one. I think this is a meme someone made, and I can agree with that. Fuck. How fucking far is this? Oh, here it is, right here. Oh fuck. Please don't tell me. Okay, here it is, right here, where it says, "Okay, understand why." Oh, what? Fuck. Okay. Understand why Michael Bay would fire someone for this. Disliking a director is one, but what the fuck is wrong with this Godzilla fan to say something like this? Like that's not even fucking funny. Mostly because I keep hearing this shit when it comes to like political stuff or other shit like that. Like calling someone by this name because apparently I don't know if it's okay to say his name, but it's not right. It's fucking fucked up. And if you're a type of people that are going around saying that shit, stop that. Like go to therapy and shit like that. If you're calling people that, because that guy is literally the worst man on earth. And I know people are gonna say, then why do you make jokes about him? We make jokes about him because he's a fucking idiot to be thinking that bullshit. That's why we make fun of him, because he's a fucking idiot.
About the pacifists that want a middle ground. Well, I've already covered that too, sort of. By allowing both, we allow mediocrity, and suddenly there's no distinction.
He said if we allow both, we allow mediocrity. That's fucking bullshit. Because again, fucking -1, and King and X Kong made a lot of money. So that disproves the whole fucking if we kept both movies, it's gonna be mediocre. Mediocre my ass. Both made money. That is so fucking stupid. What are you gonna say on this, Hunter?
Oh, I was gonna say on this.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to say on this. However, I do have one thing to say. The robot from Mother is on my Hear Me Out list.
Oh my gosh.
You want to know who's on my Hear Me Out list?
No.
Yes.
No.
And suddenly there's no distinction between a movie like Shin and a movie like King of the Monsters.
Hold on.
Mama Coco.
I'm getting a fucking headache from this fuckwit. Stop comparing Shin Godzilla with King of the Monsters. Not only they're different movies, but King of the Monsters is fucking 10 times better than Shin Godzilla because at least King of the Monsters tried to make the characters interesting. Shin Godzilla did none of that. Fucking none of that. So what the fuck are you going on about?
All I could say is, as somebody who just recently rewatched Shin Godzilla for Godzilla's 70th anniversary. Why do I say 30th? I get what the movie's trying to do. Like, it's trying to be supposed to like criticize the Japanese government, and so it's not supposed to be like your average typical kaiju film. But even then, it succeeded what it was trying to do. But like even then, not all the people are gonna be vibing with that.
Mm-hmm.
That movie nearly made me fall asleep until -1.
Is that what someone said in the comments?
Wait, what?
Wait, did you say Hunter -1 or what did you say?
No, I said until -1 saved my ass head.
Oh, yeah, I can agree with that. Like when I was watching Shin Godzilla with my other friends, you know who they are. I'm not joking when I say this. I actually fell asleep in there. I actually did fall asleep while trying to watch Shin Godzilla. That's how vulnerable.
I only
rewoke.
Go on.
I only woke up several times from the movie just for the Godzilla scenes. Fight me, call me a big man child for just saying, Godzilla's scenes are better because monster distraction, woohoo! But like, it's just a boring movie. I just don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
The thing about Shin Godzilla is that it's a political drama first and a monster movie second.
That is true.
No,
I understand what they were trying to do.
Yeah, I understand that too. But if you're gonna do that, at least make the characters interesting. That's why I made -1 good because they made the characters interesting. And then we wanted to see more of the human characters to the point we actually forgot this was a Godzilla film.
Right. Actually wanted the humans to win in -1.
Mm-hmm.
I get that. I just want to say one more thing about Shin. I get that a lot of Godzilla movies are very political and they have a lot of political themes and messages, but I just feel like with Shin Godzilla, it's just too in your face for my liking.
Yeah.
Right.
And what DZ said in the VC chat in the Discord server, he said Shin Godzilla is a slow burn. Yeah, I can agree with that. It's fucking slow. And this is coming from a fucking autistic guy.
The fuck are you going on about? Godzilla fans can determine what is a bad movie or what isn't. For example, Godzilla Revenge was a movie about standing up for yourself, but people can agree it wasn't a good movie because that movie was made by using pre-existing scenes from other Godzilla movies instead of making original scenes. I think Godzilla vs. Gigan or Megalon.
I think it was from I can remember because I recently rewatched The Angry Video Game Nerd, and a lot of people agree on this. I think it was Gigan. Godzilla vs. Gigan was the movie a lot of people didn't like, along with Godzilla Revenge. And I think, and from I can remember too, I think Megalon was on there too.
The only memorable moment about that movie was just the sliding drop kick.
That, and the only thing I can remember from Gigan versus Godzilla was the whole kaijus talking to each other radio thing.
Oh my gosh, I remember watching that on TV when I was doing online school in 2020.
It was in 2020.
In my sophomore year.
Yeah.
And flippin', I was so confused because it was I think it was the Japanese version, and when I was looking down at my laptop, listening to what the teacher was saying and also watching it at the same time. And like, whenever those text bubbles came up, it just confused me so much.
I can't wait to see Eric's Carter opinion on those movie because he likes the idea of making a movie around the monsters and not human characters. I want to see his thoughts on what happened if they added speech bubbles to that. I think, in my
I
honest
think
opinion, if they did that with nowadays with the monsters, I feel like that would have killed it. That would have killed it if they actually added speech bubbles to that or voices. Like I don't think voices would do. I think what they did in New Empire is fine. I don't think I don't think
think
you don't need them to talk to understand what the fuck is going on with the situation.
what you could do if you want to tell a story through just the monsters, just have their actions and body language portray what what you think they would say,
Mm-hmm.
and go off from there.
That's why a lot of people like the Michael Bay Bumblebee because he showed expression even though he never had a voice.
Right. Do something like that, and it
Mm-hmm.
would be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Primal.
Oh yeah, Primal too. Primal too.
Yeah, Primal, exactly. That's a perfect example.
Yeah.
Is on there, but I'll check later after this video.
Go to the communities where Godzilla is the focus, you'll see that the conversations vary between these 4 types. 1. What do you guys think of X movie? Number 2. Wouldn't it be cool if X monster showed up in X movie? 3. Look at this cool thing. 4. Look at this leak.
I have no idea. Even rewatching this, I have no idea what the fuck was this supposed to prove. Like, this is
I
your
don't.
average fan conversation when it comes to movies. You get this shit
I
with
mean,
Jurassic Park 2.
wouldn't look at this cool thing be like every movie?
Yeah.
It's just with every franchise in general.
Yeah, so I don't know what the
I mean,
fuck was this supposed to prove.
it just doesn't make sense when he said, "Look at this cool thing." But like, isn't that the whole point of the Godzilla franchise in general? Is hey, look at this cool monster.
Yeah, and not only that, we're bound to get leaks too, so I don't know what he was trying to say with that too.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
And mhm. The only thing I can
they
agree with,
leaked,
go ahead.
uh, they leaked Mechagodzilla through his toy on accident
Yeah.
before the movie even came out.
Yeah. Yeah, I can agree with that. The only thing I can kind of agree with this is that if there people are saying this movie, this kaiju should be in this movie because it's cool. Like I can understand where they're coming from because we haven't got monsters like Gigan and Garrus etc. in a movie for a long time. But I feel like if we're gonna do that, then I feel like our vision shouldn't be because oh they're cool. It should be because how would it work for a story? Like there was like a YouTuber that did his own MonsterVerse cinematic universe. I'll probably link it in the description after this live stream. But he made a good description on how to make the MonsterVerse, and he had Anguirus, and his whole point of Anguirus there was to help Godzilla because he was like a sort of like a dog to him or something like that. I don't know. It's been a while since I saw that guy's video, but overall, like if we're gonna add monsters that haven't been in the media for a long time, we have to give them roles that make sense for them, not because we should put them in a movie because it's been a while or because it looks cool. That's something I
Nostalgia.
can agree. Yeah, that's something I can agree with. But besides that, that's like every fan or community point when it comes to talking about this stuff.
You do know that's how people talk when it comes to movies like this, right? They talk about things that you just mentioned all the time, 24/7, even way before MonsterVerse was a thing. But I shall answer your question. People have been making videos about what monster should be part of Bagan and why he should be part of the MonsterVerse. If you want to hear my opinion, I honestly think he would be a great way to end the MonsterVerse, because Bagan is the strongest kaiju to the point Godzilla has to take his super form to defeat him. You know leaks are going to happen either way.
I believe
It's
you
your
brought up
choice to...
Bagan from Super Godzilla.
No, that was the one
Yeah,
I
like
was
how you
referring.
use the video game example.
No, I was referring to the video game example because because that's how powerful he was in the game. Like you couldn't hurt him with like regular stuff. You had to turn like into like a Super Saiyan to fucking kick this guy's ass.
Though
He's not that bad. Like I like his
I
design.
hate
The gameplay.
Oh, the
The
gameplay.
gameplay.
Oh yeah, I can agree on that. I fucking hate the gameplay. I actually played it with for friends, and gosh, I hate that fucking gameplay. Though, and you can't even hurt buildings. I actually tested it out. You can't get hurt by the buildings, and that's so fucking stupid. That's like saying Shaquille O'Neal, whoever the boxer is, punches someone, he gets hurt. That makes no fucking sense. That's like saying Michael Myers, every time he kills someone, he gets hurt. That makes no fucking sense.
Oh, that was a very heated argument, debate, whatever.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Well, more of a heated scream, but yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway,
I'm trying to make it funny, but yeah, go ahead.
Halloween Ends is the worst Michael Myers movie, even worse than Rob Zombie's.
I can agree on that.
Hold on. I want to say Rob Zombie is better than Halloween Ends because I understand what Halloween Ends is going for, but it was just a wasted opportunity and wasted idea. That's all I gotta say.
To me it's the worst Halloween movie in my opinion. Even worse than Halloween Resurrection.
Yes.
Thank you for giving me an idea. So once we finish the live stream, I'm gonna do something with Venom fan. But anyways, this is what DZ said. The human characters in Shin Godzilla are not deep, but they don't have to be being that that movie's focusing on where Shin Godzilla comes from and what he is, and we slowly get more information of Shin Godzilla along with the characters. I mean, yeah, that's a good. I mean, yeah, I remember that in the movie. They do like tell us information, but even then, that's not gonna get like our interest in the movie. Like again, you need we like it was like if we had characters like tell like example I can think of is -1 because again, Shin Godzilla and -1 are trying to do the same thing, trying to take Godzilla serious. In that movie -1, the characters explain like Godzilla and what they're gonna do to Godzilla. That in that movie they make you interested in it. But when Shin Godzilla does it, it's just fucking boring. Like you don't like what is this supposed to tell us? Like how is this gonna help us know and how are we gonna defeat fucking Shin Godzilla and stuff like that? I don't think they even did that. They just gave us an option of how to defeat Shin Godzilla, and that was it, from I can remember.
I mean, the thing about the Godzilla -1 scene and why it works so much is because it was actual, like, legitimate normal people, you know, regular people, not like higher ups or anything like that, trying to figure out a way to take him down.
Mm-hmm. I think scientists were in there as well. Information should go with the characters. Yeah, she said that already. All right.
Do either ignore it or look at it, which mostly the majority, including me, look at it because we want to get excited for the next thing that's going to happen, and watch it because we enjoy them a lot.
Godzilla vs. Kong irreparably broke the Monsterverse, as if King of the Monsters didn't already break it enough. And knowing Wingard, I think he's going to finish destroying the whole damn thing. I say this because there are still ways to fix the Monsterverse, which I will touch upon.
Here's something I want to know. How did Godzilla vs. Kong, I don't think he even mentioned it in the video, but I could be forgetting things, broke Monsterverse? Because I don't think it did, and I think I'm not even alone. I think a lot of people can even agree it didn't broke the Monsterverse. I only think it's people who has this mindset thinking like, oh, Godzilla should be serious 24/7 are the ones that are saying this, and yeah, I don't know what to say about that. What about you, Hunter and Promo?
Now, I think the thing that definitely broke the Monsterverse in a good way was that final battle between Godzilla and Kong before they actually went up against Mechagodzilla.
Mm. Wait, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
What?
Wait, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Hold on, I zoomed out a bit.
A good thing.
Oh, a good thing. Okay, what about you, Promo?
Because it was a really good fight.
Oh yeah, I can agree with that. What about you, Promo?
See, I don't think King of the Monsters broke the Monsterverse. Like I feel like with that movie, it gives this universe to like more expansion of what it could potentially go to. Like I'm not trying to like hate the Wingard films, although even though GVK to me is my least favorite entry in the Monsterverse, I don't 100% necessarily hate it. Nor do I think it's the worst Godzilla movie in the world. Like I just feel like the direction like that it took is just like stretched far off. I'm like, no, what are you doing? No. But you know what I mean.
Yeah, and I can agree with you on that because I'm starting to remember in King of the Monsters they actually tried to they did. They expanded the universe more and explained stuff like that. And I honestly agree with that. I don't think it broke. I don't even think it even broke the Monsterverse. I think it just expanded it and made it more good.
In my GVK videos.
Then why the Okay, I'm just gonna ignore that part and just slide to the left. There's no way in hell he can say something that's worse.
Fun fact: I didn't mean to say slide to the left because I was actually reading a script, but for some reason I said slide to the left when it was supposed to be something else. I don't remember what it was, but it was supposed to be something else. Yeah, that
You
shit.
know what you have to do now?
What?
You have to make a, video of your character doing the cha-cha slide.
No.
Yes!
My sister tried to do that with me. Fuck it out. Oh, well, at least I can animate that shit. Anyways.
Worse than the things that he just said right now.
It's embarrassing that a less than $15 million movie has a more substantive thing to say than a $200 million blockbuster.
Nah,
Be right back.
I'm not gonna say anything. I was gonna say like I would understand this if the movie was bad, but here's the thing though, it wasn't bad because again, it made money, and a lot of people liked it.
Right.
So how is it bad? Fucking idiot.
Why is that the case? Why does that keep happening throughout?
Look, he pulled a Dr. Skipper. Why do you think people are calling him that? Because he's doing the same fucking things as he's doing.
Oh my god!
Mister, I don't even know what the hell that face from. I'm assuming that's from like a DC character or something. I'm thinking of like Black Hood, like from the Arkham series or something. But dude, if your whole point was to say to tell everyone that this is your own opinion, you're not taking this from Dr. Skipper. Why was the first thing you did was do exactly what he did in his video? That's something I don't understand. I don't know what to say to that. I'm just shocked, and I want to explain to this, but I think in this next clip I'm gonna play already explained it for me, so I don't even have to explain it. Let the video fucking play it for itself.
Multiple
Is it
franchises.
because these are extended universes?
Wait, what?
Is it because those are all extended universes or something?
No, it's not that. Like I said, I'm gonna let the clip play it, and I'll explain.
Okay.
I'm gonna say.
I'll kill you!
Did you just pull a Dr. Skipper? Did you just say Godzilla is falling in the same categories as those films? Are you fucking stupid? No, he didn't. I'm just gonna pull a clip from Wave.
Let's look at the examples you just compared the Godzilla franchise to. First was Kenobi, a show with writing so insultingly low effort and nonsensical because Disney figured they didn't need to try with it. Just dangle some keys for prequel fans with Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen and hope that nobody notices how terrible the show is. Next is Thor Love and Blunder from the Marvel Cinematic Ass and
What? Wait, what did you say?
That's definitely a fair take about Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Infection. A film broken beyond reason that was essentially a director not trying to make a proper adaptation of the source material, but rather just sucking himself off for the praise he got of the last film that he made.
Mine too. I never even saw it.
Promo saw it. He said he from what I remember, you didn't like the movie?
No, I didn't like it. I'm sorry.
It's bad.
Made for this series, which also wasn't good. Fuck you, Taika. Just fuck you. Next is in.
Yeah, fuck you, Taika.
No, I was gonna say I read the Immortal Hulk, but I didn't remember. That had nothing to do with World War Hulk or Planet Hulk or whatever the heck it's called. I might as well watch the movie Planet Hulk, the animated one. I'll watch it in a bit.
Indiana Jones and the Diarrhea of Destiny, a film which also barely tried.
Fun fact, I watched the first Indiana Jones because I was thinking about watching this movie, but after like a few thoughts, I was like, I have a feeling it's not going to be good because I knew what age we were in, so I was like, no, I'm not watching it. And then like, after like watching like few people reviews on it, and they're saying like it's a bad movie, I was like, thank God I dodged a bullet right there because I do not want to waste my time on a fucking awful movie. To put it short,
I mean,
Indiana Jones did the same thing as fucking Star Wars Force Awakening or whatever the fuck that movie's called. They did the exact same shit like in that movie.
I mean, I saw
wacky.
it.
You saw it?
Yeah, I saw it. It's about a 5 out of 10 for me. It's really average.
Yeah.
Anything, embarrassed its title character, ruined the arguably best part of the previous film in the series, and existed just so Disney could dangle some other famous Lucasfilm IP keys in order to try to get people to give them more money. Anyway, I bring all this never fell into this trap like you claim it did. Unlike all of the examples that you gave that I just briefly went into, most Godzilla movies, no matter what, have some level of effort, creativity, and genuine amount of trying that went into them.
I I can agree with that. Like, even though King of the Monsters, from my opinion, had some issues, it tried to be a good movie, and I can say that it tried, and I still like it, even though it tried. Don't be a fucking
It
fool
tried
and
to be
stick
the
to that.
best Godzilla film.
Yeah,
It can be.
Yeah, it can be. So comparing Godzilla movies that tried their best to movies who don't give a rat ass, that are only using movies just to get more money, like fucking Indiana Jones and I forgot what was that other movie they brought up for money, but that movie is a fucking insult to Godzilla. And that's a fucking stupid comparison, and I hope you do better.
Even All Monsters Attack, a film that relies
Oh,
heavily on just
no.
recycling stock footage for previous films, tried to get a positive message across to its audience. A message of standing up for oneself and the
Is that a Jew?
What?
Is that a Jew?
No.
Oh, that was a Jew.
try to be brave, as it told a story of a lonely,
You're gonna get canceled for sure.
I don't give a fuck.
bullied boy who looked up to Godzilla as his hero, since Godzilla is strong and doesn't take shit from anyone. Practically none of the examples above that you gave are like this. They're all lazy schlop that do the bare minimum required to even be labeled as an alleged film or show that exists so that studios can dangle famous IPs in front of audiences who think they're going to go see something that they like in hopes that they can make a profit off of them.
So, do I think the fanbase splitting is a good thing? If I'm being honest, yes.
This fool is terribly misinformed.
That's all I gotta say right there. But to go in deeper, that's the stupidest thing you could ever done. I think he actually said something when I said that, but I'm gonna have to watch the live stream because it's been a while since I saw the live stream. But yeah, overall that's stupid. Because again, even though I don't like Unknowingly because the things he did for my friend Eric, but even then, like people attacked him because he made an analog horror about Godzilla, and that's fucking stupid. Like let the kid do whatever he wants. Like that was stupid for someone to do that, and I can say the same thing with many other people. And like, okay, so all right, I'm not gonna dive on this because I was originally gonna make a video on the whole STEM team again, but I talked with my friend Eric about it, and he sees it as like, I mean, he told me not to do it because, well, personal reason. I told him, and he agrees with me that I shouldn't have, and he agrees, and I mean, he said I shouldn't post it because of my personal reasons, so I'm not gonna post it. But but from after making that video and having it unlisted and shit like that, and looking back on it, I mean, I can understand where the dev team's coming from because there is some Godzilla homophobic people out there that are doing that shit. But I still like I can agree that's fucked up and that shouldn't happen. But it's even more fucked up to ban people over an emoji. And like I said to many people, like over time and time again, be the I mean this person, someone said this to me, and thank God for that person because I don't know what would happen if I didn't get an ass kick and them telling me this. I'm gonna tell everyone this right now for what that person tell me. Be the better person. Do not do something that will make you look worse than the other person. That's all I gotta say on that. But overall, separating the fan base is literally the worst idea ever. Like, separating a fan base is like starting fucking a miniature version of fucking World War 3 or 4 or 5 or where the fuck it is. Like,
It's like
go ahead.
it's like what the great Peter Griffin said. It started World War V. It's so great that it skipped over the first two wars.
You mean Van scamming, but yeah. Yeah, overall, that's stupid because we all know right now the Godzilla fan base is like any other fan base. They're gonna have like fucking fucked up people, and they're gonna have like a group of people like ganging up on someone because of their opinions and shit like that. So, yeah, that's the worst idea you suggest to people. Let's split the fan base and make it even fucking worse than what it already is.
Dude, you do know we're talking about the Godzilla community, right? The same Godzilla community that attacked a fucking teenager for simply making an analog Godzilla horror? Are you this fucking naive that you think splitting a fandom would be a good idea? Let me tell you this, buddy. I've been through a lot of fandoms, and when something like this happens, it doesn't end well.
If you want to see more good Godzilla movies, then I recommend investing in Toho's plan for Godzilla since they've been trying to find their footing for a while, and I think they finally found it.
You know Toho's gonna do the same thing.
Pause that. Oh, you already said that. Anyways, I was gonna say, yeah, like Toho can be very inconsistent sometimes. Like just like with some other studios, like DreamWorks and shit. Like even though they made one good Godzilla movie, like I have no doubt that the next movie might be good, but like, what if it turns out bad? You may never know.
Mm-hmm. And
Anyways, continue.
Yeah, but yeah, it might turn out bad, even though we have the same director who directed -1. But it may still turn out bad. We don't know.
Like they did with 1954
It might.
and
It
the
most likely be good, but
as
we'll
they
never
did
know.
with the Showa era, and like
Or it might turn out like the fucking Joker sequel, where the guy didn't want to be there, so he just fucked up the characters in the movie. Which I hope that doesn't happen, because if it does, oh god, there's gonna be a lot of Godzilla fanboys at his door.
I said earlier, if they continue doing
I don't
serious
think that'll
stuff, no one's gonna watch it because it's the same thing over and over and over and over again.
We should lift up the Godzilla movies that are good, the ones that improve mood and boost energy, stories of...
That's literally all the Godzilla films. People have been doing that. What do you
Godzilla
mean?
films are high energy.
Yeah. That's a stupid statement he ever said. Boost up the good Godzilla movies. What do you mean good Godzilla movies? They're all fucking good. I mean, yeah, there's some that has their issues and some don't agree with, but they're good. They're still good either way.
Not all Godzilla movies are good, but yeah.
Yeah.
I get you.
I mean, Godzilla's Revenge.
Yeah. We don't talk about that fucking movie. But even then, there's people who
Godzilla vs. Gigan.
And yeah, and that
Yes.
movie too. But either way, like, yeah, there's gonna be. I mean, it's like I've been told there's gonna be good movies and bad movies, and it's the same case for Godzilla. But even then, they try their best to make good movies.
What the fuck? Bro,
yeah,
I did not know that he's in the server.
He joined my server not too long ago, but yeah.
Any kind can achieve that if they're good.
Oh my god, you are the child of Dr. Skipper. What the
You are the child of Dr. Skipper. That's the greatest quote I ever said.
fuck? Because the things you've been saying are literally the same shit as...
No. Oh, hey, Detroit.
Hello.
No, you didn't do anything, Detroit.
As Dr. Skipper. What the fuck am I living in? Well, that's the end of the video. My conclusion? It's fucking cringe. I was gonna say how we shouldn't pay attention to this guy. He's just a grifter or tourist, as people has been calling them now. After a friend of mine finished watching his video, I can't agree on this. He's one of those people who thinks they know what's best for the franchise, when in reality, they don't. Anyways, that'll be all, folks. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next.
Alright. Overall, there's some things I agree with this video and some things that I don't agree, which I already stated in the live stream. So yeah, that'll be it for now. Actually, hold on. Let me get the Blackarooni stream. But before we do that, I might as well get people on here to express their opinions on this shit.
Unmute some of these people.
Yeah,
Unmute them.
I will.
Give them a role.
Let me see who's gonna go first. Okay, so Dom is gonna go first. AZG. Yeah, Dom's gonna go first, and then. Oh yeah, hey, actually, let me ask him. Koji, are you gonna talk about this, or are you just here to watch and shit like that? It's about Blackarooni and his opinion on the whole fucking MonsterVerse shit and like that. All right.
Soys.
All right.
Look, it's you.
It's me.
Furry.
Kill yourself. First of all, Scaly, get it right. All right. All right. So Dom, I'm gonna let Dom go first because he really wants to talk right now. He's on ADHD right now because he really wants to talk. So, Dom, oh, he left.
No.
All right, Don, leave and rejoin. All right. Speak your mind.
Oh my god, I can talk now. This is... All right.
Dawn still can't speak.
No.
What?
We're going one after the other. Like we're gonna go number wise. All right, so go ahead. Dom, what are you?
I think Black.
Go on.
No, I think Blackarooni, whatever his name is, I think he takes the MonsterVerse films too seriously because he makes it like so what the movie doesn't have a big message behind it. It's still like doesn't really matter. because yeah, like a big message of the movie does impact the story to that person if they relate to the message. But like most of the time, a average viewer are not gonna pick up those things until they rewatch it. So I think he's taking it a little too seriously with the MonsterVerse and comparing it to -1.
Yeah, I think I can kind of see that, but I don't think he's trying to say like, oh, Godzilla. People don't understand the message of Godzilla. He's trying to say like, from the video, he's claiming that he's going to do a rework on, which I'm curious on what he's going to say now because he's claimed that he has a different opinion on it now. But as of now, I'm going to use his own opinion on this. He said that all the Godzilla movies that he watched are not what he says in his video, characters development and stuff like that.
He for what I remember, he said that the good Godzilla movies are the ones that are on par with the original 1954 film, which even though like yes, the 1954 film is a very impactful film, like it's a very important film for the franchise of where it started off, I will agree that there's some things that don't really hold up well. Like it's not fully perfect, but like it's still a really good movie.
I think the pacing is kind of off. Sometimes it's like really fast, sometimes it's like really slow.
I think
It's kind of weird.
1954 has an okay pacing.
I don't know, cause like the transitions are like a little bit too crazy. Like it look like whoa, how they got on this island so fast? And like it's kind of like they're kind of like moving place to place.
Mm. Then again, this is the 50s, so 2-hour movies are not really that common back then, or don't even exist.
Yeah, and don't forget too. Maybe back then this is what people wanted it back then, but nowadays it's like different. So that too, you could put that in mind too. That maybe that's what people wanted it back then, but nowadays they don't want that anymore. Even then, there's still people nowadays that still like those type of movies still. So yeah.
True.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to say before we move on?
No, not really.
All right.
Oh yeah, by the way,
go on.
That character Blackarooni is using is Radiant Black from Image Comics.
Image Comics, fuck's sake, Spawn.
Image Comics,
bro.
Donnie, hold on, let me give you the role, and then once I give you the role, you have to leave and rejoin so you can say what you want to say. All right. Now rejoin. Hello.
There we go.
Hi guys.
What's up, Don?
Welcome.
George the Jungle over there.
It's Tarzan, you uncultured shit.
I see both.
Anyway, also, so we're talking about Blackarooni here.
Yes.
Anyways, Blackarooni. Honestly, his takes does not make fucking sense. Like, bro is acting like bro acts like he knows everything about Godzilla, yet he doesn't. Like the only reason why Godzilla had those changes was to, continue his legacy, or actually no, fuck what I said. It's to what's the better? Oh shit, I'm on live too. This is embarrassing.
Yes.
because Toho wanted to experiment with the character or take him to places that he's never been to before. Just because honestly, if they were to do the same thing like Blotswave said, then it would have gotten boring and repetitive quickly. Like, it's like, do we need to have the same movie over and over again, where it's just a solo Godzilla movie where it takes place in the 50s and shit like that?
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason why it died for 10 years until 2014.
That and King Kong did something like that too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Also, I'm at work, so I'm probably not going to stick around much.
All right. That's fine. But is that all you needed to say, or is there a little bit more?
Well, honestly, yeah, I'm still conflicted of what Blackarooni talks about. Like, for example, when he talked about the inversatility of Godzilla, where he talks about how people say that Godzilla's a very versatile character, and he counters it with, like, oh yeah, so if he's a versatile character, then that means he doesn't have his own identity. What the fuck are you talking about? Doesn't have his own identity? My brother in Christ, he's still the big giant lizard who spits fires and destroys cities. Like, If he doesn't have his own idea, he wouldn't even be the same creature over and over again.
Yeah, that.
Like, why do you think he still is who he is throughout the past 70 years now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That and
Yeah, 70 years.
Yeah, that and representation of nuclear disaster too. That and nuclear disaster too. So I agree on that. That makes no sense. And stupid arguments that he said. That stupid argument he said in that video. I did watch it and there was a video someone did, which I'll probably leave it in the hey ZG, but ZG, wait your turn since I know you want to talk about this too. But yeah, that was a stupid argument he pulled out there. But is that all you? Actually, no. If you have time, you're a Kong fan. Are you a Kong fan? If I can remember.
Who, me?
Yeah, you. I wish we had the other guy here.
Oh, yeah, I'm a Kong fan.
All right, then you're gonna.
Yeah.
Is it like okay, like can you agree that I mean not agree, but do you think like in your opinion, if it wasn't for MonsterVerse, Kong would have been forgotten?
I don't know how to feel about that because I don't get what the context of that question is.
No, because people are
like
because the comparisons like I agree. I don't know. Like I kind of agree with it, but I don't mind hearing it from a Kong fan. But so
I mean, like honestly, if you're making an installment that doesn't involve Kong, then that's not gonna do any damage. It's just showing that like, oh, the MonsterVerse is more than just a Godzilla Kong universe. There's more that could be explored.
Okay.
Within this vast.
On ZG. All right.
First
never
off,
mind. That's okay. Never mind. That was a stupid question to ask. But is that all you got to say, or do you still have more to say?
Oh, me?
Yeah, yeah.
I guess that's all I gotta talk about with Blackarooni. Just honestly, he just sucked. He just does not understand the man Godzilla at all.
All right.
It's just a shame that he's still going on with it, even though people like Dr. Skipper at least admit that he was wrong. But Blackarooni over here just keeps going on about it, like dick riding this whole shit he's doing.
Yeah, and
can I
Promo
speak
can,
now?
Hold on, and Promo can correct me on that. I think he's still making those videos. Promo.
Not that I know of, because he just barely came back. So like,
Well,
but he's just doing live streams at the moment.
Yeah, but before he left for the military and shit like that.
And I have not seen his content in a while, my dude.
I remember he made the thing that Donnie mentioned, the inactive with Godzilla. I remember he made that in another video.
Oh, yeah, before
the
he left.
Inversatility.
Yeah,
the Inversatility of Godzilla. Yeah, I saw that.
And another one too, which I think that was the same video where he says he puts logic in a movie that doesn't need logic. But yeah, thanks for giving out your
like it's a fucking giant monster movie. What logic is there of a giant monster being there?
Yeah,
I remember this video called "The Myth of Coexistence," aka Godzilla and the Myth of Coexistence feats Zimzilla, and then the many flaws of the New Empire, and then black screen bits, the problem with scarking, and etc.
Yeah. We don't have time for that, but thank you, Donnie, for giving out your opinion. So, thank you for speaking.
No problem.
I'm gonna do what I did with Don. I mean, not Don. Domzilla over here. I'm taking the role away because this is a live stream. So yeah.
Oh.
Thank you for that.
Oh shit. Okay.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's what I do, so we don't like get interruptions.
Okay.
Like that. All right. Thank you, Donnie.
Back in the basement.
No. All right. Well, ZG.
Oh my god.
Oh, there. Okay. ZG.
There he is.
I switched devices because I realized
He had a poopy phone.
Yes.
Okay, I know you want to talk about this, so explain away, good friend.
I will actually say something shocking. I'm a chaotic neutral on all this because I actually have spoken to Rooney before now, ever since he came back. And I'm not gonna backtalk him. I'm not gonna backtalk him because I would say he's a acquaintance right now, but he seems like Rooney as a person from my first impression, he seems like a chill guy, I guess. But in his takes, personally, I don't really care what he My problem with his videos is mostly how he structures it. It's not the opinions themselves because like I said on one video that tried to debunk him. I don't know. I forgot what the channel was, but like it was like the one with the SCP. I
Oh,
forgot which SCP it
yeah.
was. It was-
No, I know what you're referring to. I'll probably give that video.
yeah,
I'll
that
check out
that
that
guy.
video.
I feel like I agree mostly with that guy, but I'm much more neutral on Rooney. I'm not going to insult Rooney because um ever since I decided to take more look at more corners of the G community, I see why he views us Monsterverse fans as obnoxious. It's very morally gray. I'm more of a chaotic neutral. I won't I won't defend him, but I won't attack him either. I'm just giving a neutral perspective.
All right.
And besides,
I can agree that the MonsterVerse fans are very chaotic.
I mean, yeah,
yeah,
like I said before, and I'll keep you saying this before I die. Every community and fan base have their own issues. They're gonna have people who are fucking crazy to the point that it's gonna be looked at a lot than people who are actually like good and understanding and stuff like that.
yeah, I get, yeah, but also, wait, um, I think it's time to get the conception that one side is the only wrong side because genuinely I don't because this is not the attack on. Okay, I don't want this to be viewed as like the ending of Attack on Titan. How it's super controversial. I think there's bad on both sides of the fandom, but personally, I don't think Rooney is that bad as you guys think. He's not really that bad to be honest. It's just
I
the
don't.
only problems I have with him.
We're
The
not
only problems I
saying
have.
that he's bad or anything. We're just saying that his opinion
Yeah,
is
I know.
giving is
I know.
bad.
It's not the opinions themselves that make me that didn't make me like him before because I'm now much more neutral on him, and he seems like a chill person from my first impression on him.
Right.
But it's just the way he makes videos. It's not the editing himself. He just needs to explain himself better to properly give us an explanation of why he thinks that.
I can agree
I,
on that. I don't think Blackarooni is a the worst person. Like he's like god awful. I just think like his opinions and structures are just not that good.
and I don't have a problem with the opinions. I just want him to have better structuring. And also, going back to the question you gave Koji about some of the things you said before, Rooney does not, from what I get, Rooney doesn't want Godzilla to strictly, what do you guys think? Rooney wants Godzilla to strictly just be solo movies. I think that's wrong. Like he's like what he really wants is to expand on Godzilla's on the potential of Godzilla being a villain because if we are going to expand Godzilla as a hero, we should also equally expand as much as that he's a villain to fully prove that he could be versatile on all mediums,
Okay.
if that makes sense.
Okay, but
I get you.
okay, I can understand that. But from the videos we watched and well, from what I did on him, it didn't give me that point of view. It sounded like he just wanted to make
Yeah,
Godzilla
yeah,
serious and only
yeah.
serious and not that. But I can understand
That,
where he's coming from,
that's
and I can understand where he's coming from because before Godzilla versus Kong came out, people were saying how Godzilla should be the bad guy again, which I disagree with that. But knowing since Toho is making Godzilla movies along with American Godzilla, then I feel like we already did that with -1, and there's a high possibility since the director's coming back to make a new Godzilla film, we might get a sequel to that or a new Godzilla where he's a villain. But whatever happens, it is what it is. But yeah, I think we already established that,
yeah.
and I feel like there was no point to be. Then again, these videos like made was made before the release stuff. I mean, no, it was. This movie was made after -1, so I guess I can say this movie was made before the release of. I don't know, but whatever the case is, I feel like there was no need to make for that because again, we already had -1, and it kind of already did balancing out the whole make Godzilla villain thing because Toho was already doing that.
I think he wants it's mostly because he thinks the other ones are badly written, and while I'm willing to hear out why he thinks they're bad, like why other movies are bad, why the other recent Godzilla movies are bad, not just MonsterVerse. Um I actually don't know how he feels about those movies though. I don't know. I don't so I
Like
can't
which
have a
movie
say on that.
specifically?
Like the recent Rira era.
Oh,
Wait, rewind like the Kamen
the
Rider?
Reiwa.
No, like the Rewa. That's what this new era of Godzilla is called, where it has MonsterVerse and the Shin Godzilla -1 in.
Oh,
The
okay.
anime trilogy, the Polygon trilogy, and Singular Part.
Okay, so it's all the new stuff coming out. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. The CGI era.
Okay.
Yeah, the CGI era, exactly. Anyways, what I'm gonna say about Kong? You say the Kong will be forgotten without the MonsterVerse, right?
That's what I believe. Yeah.
I personally disagree. King Kong is too much of an iconic figure in Hollywood that I don't think they're going to forget him, even if he doesn't get another movie in the next 20 years. King Kong is just that much ingrained in Hollywood's history. So no, I don't think they're going to forget Kong. It might take a century for us to forget Kong.
Yeah, but that's not what I meant. Like Kong was forgotten for like centuries later. I'm talking about like they never thought of like making another Kong movie. Maybe because of rights issues. Because from what I learned, it's because of
Yeah,
rights
it's
issues and
mostly
stuff
the
like
rights
that.
issues.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hold
it's
on,
just
but
hold
even
mostly
on.
the
then,
right.
yeah, but even then, like someone could have easily make another Kong film throughout like the 2000s besides the Peter Jackson one, and nobody did it. And that's why I say like
Okay,
Kong is like mostly forgotten because nobody thought of making another Kong film before the Monster Movie.
so let me just say this. Like, for what Jeremy's trying to say is that like most of Kong's solo movies, like besides like projects like from animated stuff and that King Kong Lives sequel, it has the same story but with just some new things that are added or to expand more onto the mythos. It's just that but yeah, I can agree with ZG that I don't think Kong is ever going to be forgotten, even if the MonsterVerse was never even made to begin with. Like, Kong is just a big icon.
Yeah.
Mm.
Is there any other questions you have?
Um, besides that opinion, which I'm mixed on, because I mean, actually, yeah, I mean, yeah, people are still gonna remember it because we have the movies and stuff like that. But I'm talking about like movie wise, like if they ever did make another Kong film and they stick with the same
Oh no,
idea,
they
that'd be
definitely.
really
I think they definitely would have made another Kong movie eventually. Because yeah, he's going to still be stuck in the repetitive formula of Skull Island on New York and Airplane, but yeah, they definitely would have continued to make Kong movies. I do guarantee that.
For
It's
new
just that
generation of audiences.
yeah, it's just that the MonsterVerse decided to do something new with the concept of Kong.
yeah.
Whether if it's good or not, it's up to anyone. They just need to properly explain why they think that.
Mm.
That's all. That's just what I believe.
All right. Um.
I go under the belief that all of these are all valid. They just need to be properly explained well for them to be valid.
All right.
If that makes sense.
All right.
I just my one my one hope for Rooney is that he just gets better at explaining why he feels the way he is. Why he feels the way he feels. That's all I gotta say. That's
All
all I
right.
gotta say about him.
Like, don't get
I'm
me
s-
wrong
I'm
about Blackarooni. Like, he does make some good points. There's some points that I do agree with about the dude. Like, about some of the, not just for the MonsterVerse, but for the Godzilla franchise as a whole. But I feel like they could have been structurally, not structurally. They could have said a lot better, in my opinion.
yeah.
Yeah. I guess.
Also, to anyone who is actually, never mind. I just forgot what I was going to say. Never
All
mind.
right. All right. Well, since you said what you needed to say, then I'm kind of mixed on that response, but whatever. It is what it is. But yeah. All right. Let's start watching the video or live stream. But yeah.
I'm not gonna.
At this point because I need to go.
Huh?
I need to get back to drawing anyway. So
All right.
Yeah, I do too.
Alright.
But yeah. Anyways, thank you for having me a guest on the stream, Jeremy.
Yeah, that's fine.
well, but before I go, Jeremy, do you want me to say anything else?
No, I feel like you said what you needed to say, anyways.
All right.
Yeah,
Bye, nigga.
No! Shut fuck!
No!
He said the N word. He said the N word, everyone.
Yeah, no
He's
shit, I
racist.
heard it.
Promo, we're gonna
We're
gonna
gonna get this whole
cancel.
stream taken down. We're all screwed.
This whole
This is the
stream
second time it's
taken
been
down.
said. What are you guys talking about?
That's what he said earlier. I didn't hear him the first time. Fuck.
Yeah.
YouTube is
Now
gonna
this entire
airstrike
stream
our
is
houses.
taken
We're
down.
all gonna die now.
No,
He might as
Got a
well,
bagel.
Jeremy,
Bubba might as well go to fucking Twitch and say that shit. Fucking motherfucker.
I mean, now they're going to take that clip out of context, and now we're going to be on everyone's bad side. Way to go, Jeremy.
How's that my fault?
Jeremy.
That's his fault.
Damn furry.
I'm not even a furry, you fucking pig squeak.
Jesus.
Go back to
I
doing whatever the
forgot.
fuck you're doing. Whatever. Alright.
What is it? I forgot what it is.
Scaly equals furry.
No, it's not. Scaly is an anthro reptile, like how a furry is an anthro mammal.
Alright. Anyways, bye, Jeremy.
Alright, see ya.
Bye, guys.
Alright.
Bye. See ya.
Alright, now let's watch his response.
Well, this podcast has gone off the rails very hard.
Yep. I'm gonna continue.
So, welcome back, YouTube. Sorry about that. We had a little bit of a hiccup. Legally, I'm the host now, but morally, Rooney is still the host.
Face
I'm
on a
not gonna.
macaroni noodle.
What?
Somebody quickly Photoshop Blackarooni's face on a macaroni noodle.
Yeah, I might do that.
You must.
Alright, I'll do that after the stream.
Yeah, hello everybody. My name is Markiplier, and today we're.
Legally, I'm the host now.
So what we're doing, what happened was that my PC died.
He's so fucking loud.
Holy shit! I didn't know. I looked at my phone. I was like, is it loud?
He's puppeteering my channel like a corpse being inhabited by a ghost. So it's now a ghoul. Yeah, this is a ghoul stream now.
He's too loud.
The ghoul stream.
It's like he's choking on a mic.
Decided to join us today. Say hi.
Correction, deep throwing his mic.
Astronaut reporting in. I hope
my intro again as well. Hello, lords and ladies of the internet. I'm the King of Candor, and welcome back to Black Screen Episode 13. On the re-upload, this will just be one thing, and the other one will never have existed. There was no part 1. There's only a part 2. So,
yep,
we are having an interesting topic discussion today. As those of you on Zilla 1999.
I like how they use the excuse of since he can't pronounce his fucking words, he's lying. You can't even pronounce my words. I mean my numbers.
I mean Zilla 1999. The Green Kaiju.
It's a fucking year. How can you not pronounce the year?
I think he failed school.
It looks like you have more subscribers than Blackarooni, actually.
Yeah.
Wait, let me check
What is
something.
that?
What?
You do! So why does he care?
Blackarooni,
But he
more like
responds.
macaroni.
He responds to people, even the people who makes memes about him. I'm like, dude, why are you wasting time with people who made memes about you? Just ignore that. Like, if you want to have an actual debate with someone, just do it with the people who actually like want to debate, and not people who's just making fun of you.
Yeah, who actually feel like it.
He's doing the one thing you're not supposed to do, and feeding the trolls is what he's doing.
Yeah. And that's why people are calling him like, oh, he's another Dr. Skipper, even though he should have just stayed like silent about it and just ignore those guys. Like I understand. Like I get people like that too, and I just mostly ignore them.
He has
So-
decided to throw his hat in the ring, come after Mr. Rooney here, and unlike last time,
Mr. Ronnie here.
I don't even have a hat. I have a jacket, if that's what you mean.
I think that I'm going to mostly let Rooney handle this himself. I'll bounce some ideas and work with him. But I think that that's what we're going to get to. Is there any other housekeeping business we need to attend to before we get started?
No, housekeeping.
Let's see here, because I
I'm
need
the
to.
one who found the video and showed it to Rooney.
He was responsible for letting me know this stream even existed to begin with. Not the stream, the video. Also, apologies for the shit quality. I have no speak this shitty. That is without
To the point already, Blackarooni.
That's what I'm trying to get.
No speak.
Because they're constantly talking about like.
There we go.
Something
Okay.
else. Hold on, I gotta
Me to
make
do
sure
that,
it's
I
on the
can.
right one.
But I usually cut it
Yeah,
off there
dude.
because I don't like to.
Very jarring to
Let's
see
see
like
what
all
the
the
chat
newest
says.
comments be hidden by, because like I'm watching it on my TV and yeah, that's. Oh, okay, then. All right.
So
Well,
sorry for
yeah.
what happened.
Without
You
further
didn't
ado,
deserve.
3, 2, 1.
Wait, who said
That's
that?
what the chat says on the video. His chat.
Good morning. I'm so sorry for what happened to you. That didn't deserve. What the fuck happened? Did someone like ran him over or something?
I don't know. I guess it's about his PC blowing up or something.
Oh, maybe.
So sorry for your loss.
No, I think you're talking about. I think you're referring to the previous stream because their previous stream was like having fucked up. So I think that's what he's referring to.
Go.
So I was originally gonna make these videos in order, but since Godzilla X Kong is coming out next week, I might as well just make this video and do the other videos after the release of Godzilla X Kong. But since this is a Godzilla video, I might as well change my PNG into my favorite Godzilla. Yeah, I know, this Godzilla's an ass, but I grew up with this Godzilla and enjoyed this Godzilla. Besides, if I didn't grow up with this Godzilla, I wouldn't be in this community.
Hold on, did the Astronaut guy say something about my voice? Hold on, I heard him say something about my voice.
Grew up with this Godzilla, I wouldn't be in this community.
Wait, what did he say? He said something about a boy's voice?
Godzilla. Besides, if I didn't grow up with this Godzilla, I wouldn't be in this community.
I don't think you're gonna be able to hear him.
Okay, he said something about a crew voice. I don't know what he said. He said something about something voice.
Let me look at the actual video. I'll be right back. I'm gonna
No.
this.
Wait, what?
I'm gonna look at the actual this clip to see what he said.
No, like no, you can't even hear it with my voice talking. Like I tried that.
Oh.
Like I tried
Jeez.
like 3 times. I can't even hear it. But he said something about my voice. I think. I don't want to listen. But let's just keep watching.
Community.
Continue.
Who would you be without me, Prime?
Anyways, Blackarooni, let's hear what you have to say about a problem that doesn't exist.
I just woke up and I'm already seeing these posts of the fandom seething, and I've already...
Okay. Okay, so a problem that doesn't exist. Now, for you to address a problem, you must recognize that it exists. Are you addressing with this video? Now,
Why the fuck do you sound like a professor?
Because it's a crappy video. That's why.
I might as well pull a Blackarooni and said, "No, I'm not referring to
Professor
whatever the fuck is
Blackarooni,
going on."
I have a question.
I'm not referring to whoever he's thinking of. I'm referring about the statements he said in that video. So I don't know why he has to point that out.
It seems like a weird point to point out.
Yeah.
But, okay, go on.
What's worse is that he says it like he's a professor.
Yeah, that too. I was gonna say like it sounded like a nerd, but I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. I didn't know. I just took the thoughts right out of my head. But instead of nerd, it was procession.
Yeah.
So that's better.
obvious answer to that would be, oh, well, you're complaining about something that doesn't exist. But clearly, I have evidence to why it does exist. I mean, I have multiple.
All right, let's check
It's
out
not very
the
good
evidence. The evidence he's referring to are people saying how people are calling the that are saying how the MonsterVerse is not good than the Toho monsters. I mean, Toho movies. Which, hold on, I'm trying to read what Dangerville said. It said some Godzilla fans are becoming the things they despise. Yeah, because back then your evidence of like saying how a problem exists is evidence that are based on how people are now saying stuff like how Godzilla should be serious 24/7, and technically those people who think they know better when in reality they don't. That's the thing they're dealing with, and that's not evidence of saying how Godzilla is becoming a bad movie monster. That's evidence proving that there's some fucking stupid people who think they know better after watching one movie. You know what we call those? We call those fucking tourists who think they know better after watching one fucking movie. It's the same issue we had when Sonic games were on the Wii, and people didn't like it. You wanna know why? Because the people who made that game only knew Sonic after reading one wiki page. And that's how you can ruin a franchise. I mean, not franchise. Franchise. After reading one Wikipedia, shut the fuck up. But yeah, that's just. Oh lord. But yeah, the evidence here is not evidence. It's just people like saying how they know better because they watch one Godzilla movie.
Videos and streams with both myself and co-host and friends, which there are playlists on my channel that describe what the actual problem is. So clearly there is a problem, you just don't want to address it. You just want to go after me because I insulted your sacred cow. Now, obviously...
What do you mean sacred cow? I wasn't even insulted by it. I was just like saying how stupid this opinion is. But like ZG said, everyone has opinion, which I can agree. But I still have the right to fucking make fun of those opinions.
And I also wondering why the hell he said French fries.
I don't know. I was like speed talking, and that was the first thing I thought of.
There's nothing.
With a certain group of people, there's a very big obvious problem with a certain group of people in Hollywood. They all have certain features, if you will. You can recognize them on the streets. They all have funky little hats. We call them the autistic community. The people who are bad writers.
Autistic community.
That sounds ableist. I'm not gonna lie. That kind of sounds ableist.
What the fuck?
It kind of does sound pretty ableist. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say he's trying to be ableist. I think he was trying to make a joke, which I'm not gonna go on and on if it's just a joke, because I'm not one of those people who's gonna take it seriously. But I'm not gonna lie, that kind of turned out wrong.
Now, there's nothing in their points, but you better make some damn good points in order to have any, leeway when it comes to criticizing someone else's criticisms. You gotta have some real goddamn backbone to your arguments if you think you're gonna take on someone else. All right, so.
Which I did. Besides ZG's opinion on this stuff, which I did, I actually had some good points. Even though I can agree I should have showed some of the points, but still good points nonetheless.
Yeah, and also, wait, no, never mind. That's disingenuous. All right, well, without further ado, I'm pause.
Already seen more than my fair share, so I'm not going to waste your time here and just tell you right off the bat that Japan is doing much better things with Godzilla than the US ever has.
No, not really. Both America and Japan Godzilla movies are doing well. For example, 2014's box office was this number, and Godzilla vs. Kong's box office was this number. So, no.
They keep putting up.
I figured I experienced like glitches over there or something. I don't know why that appeared there.
Oh.
I find it very unprofessional from a video creator to just say. I find it very unprofessional from a video creator to just say this number and this number. I know why you did that, Mr. Zilla. It's because you didn't look it up before you recorded.
Motherfucker, I did look it up. It's that I couldn't fucking pronounce it. What the fuck do you mean?
Okay. First of all, you had to look it up in order to get the number in the first place. And then if you
you're supposed to look it up. You can't really make up a fucking number because it'd be fucking stupid.
Yeah. I mean, I can understand where he's coming from. I should have shown like a picture or something, which I should have had. But me simply not saying the number and say this is not me trying to I already said this in the beginning of the stream. I couldn't fucking pronounce it. You can even ask my friend Eric, who used to be in the little fucking live chat, will even tell you that I cannot pronounce numbers.
I don't think that's unprofessional.
Mm-hmm.
However,
Yeah,
you're
I was gonna say
a
that.
content creator. Take a little bit of pride in your damn work. Look up the numbers if you're going to be talking about them.
Which I did.
This is
Okay,
very relevant.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Go ahead.
This third guy that's talking right now, he sounds like a Discord mod.
Wait, what? Hold on.
I wanted to say that, but I was like, nah, that's gonna be fucking disrespectful. But you said
Well, I
that.
can disrespect him because I am not the one that is trying to prove points.
Yeah.
Discord mod. Hold on.
Look at our screen. You see the guy with the crown?
Yeah.
That's who he's referring to.
Hmm.
Point here. This is your first and most important leading point. Again, I'm not
He
trying to
sounds like
attack you as a
Boogie.
person. I'm talking to you.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I agree.
Nah, like
Oh,
actually, no, I can't defend him on that. He kind of does. I can't defend him on that. Hold on, I was trying to hear what he said before you said something.
This is your first and most important leading point. Again, I'm not trying to attack you as a person. I'm talking to you as a creator. To help your channel grow, this is what you need to do. You're the expert here. Your job is to make me think Blackarooni is a dum-dum and is wrong with your video
But
here. If you...
That's not what you were trying to do, though.
No, I was just simply calling him out on his opinions. I wasn't trying to say like, oh, his opinions. Actually, well, now I am, but back then I wasn't. I was just trying to say, hey, I don't agree with that. I find it kind of not true.
Whenever you made this video, you weren't making it out to seem like your opinion was better than his.
No, I was just giving out the facts and from what I heard too. Well, not facts, but you know what I mean.
For some people, it seems like whenever their opinion is challenged, they get defensive about it.
Yeah.
And I've seen that before.
Yeah.
And then they turn into a baby.
Yes.
Wah.
Yeah, that's the people nowadays.
Give them their fucking pacifier.
Isn't it kind of ironic that there's 3 of us watching this stream, and then there's also 3 of them watching your video?
Yeah. That's really ironic.
bothered to go look up the numbers to prove yourself correct, how am I going to have
Just
my
square
trust and adjudication placed in you? You're just going to come across.
That's something I already said this earlier, but I might as well say it again. I feel like I should have took a screenshot instead of just putting the number in. That I can agree with, but him thinking that I said this just to like make up a lie and something is not true. That was never the case. And for
That's
me,
a bad point.
Yeah, it's just a bad point in general. You have to have like full ton evidence of me like doing it as a way to like lie to people to get people to attack Blackarooni. No, I was not doing that.
As a goofball.
You never condoned attacking anyone.
No, I don't even condone that. And even if there is people doing that shit, they're not true fans. Because if they were my true fans, they would know not to do that.
Like, oh, wow, you didn't do any research. I would like to assume that you're better researched and you actually knew the numbers beforehand. But look them up. It's not that hard. Write them down on a sticky note if you have to.
Fun fact, that's what I did when I was reading the script.
Put it next to your monitor. I have thousands.
I don't edit with my computer. I edit with my phone. I try to edit on my computer, but it's not my cup of tea, so I can't really edit stuff on my computer. I can only do it on the phone.
Thousands of pages of notes when I record each one of my videos. Heck, my podcasts, I have entire notebooks full of stuff. So most of my co-hosts do. And they don't even have YouTube channels.
How old is this
Got a
man?
YouTube channel, man.
Sounds 30.
Yeah, he for real has a sound in his fucking 30s.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to tell someone's age by their voice, so I can't say anything on that.
Look up basic information.
30s with a beard, wrinkles.
Wrinkles.
Go ahead, Rooney.
Yeah. Even then, like, you can just copy, if this is a scripted video, which, you know, given that this is like an impromptu response, as he says, chances are he doesn't have a script, but...
Oh, yes,
it was scripted, though.
It was scripted. And, I mean, you know what? After the stream, I'll just post a community note and show my script. because that's just fucking hell. That's really
Just have a
bold,
little
man.
sticky note on it.
Like okay, I love ZG. He's a cool dude, but after like hearing what he's neutral on, and then like watching this, I don't believe that. I don't believe what he said after while watching this. Like Jesus. I mean, I'm trying to read the room, and I can understand why he's thinking of this because people are going after him. But he has to know that not everyone is trying to go after him. Like, there's actually some people who want to have a debate with him and say, "I honestly think you're wrong on this and this and this." And I don't think the first thing you have to, when it comes to debates, is accusing someone that they don't have a script or they're making lies on the spot. When in reality, I did lie and I did have a script in hand. If I didn't, then I would have done something to you, Hunter. You can clearly tell I didn't script that. I just thought shit out of my head and onto that video.
Right.
Yeah.
If he did have a script, all he has to do is just copy and paste the actual thing and then just read it as he records.
That's what I did.
That's plagiarism.
I literally did that. I literally like copy and paste my script onto the fucking editing software I use on my phone to make that video. That's what I did.
And now, watch him see this response stream and then say that this is a nitpick. Watch him.
No, it's not a nitpick.
No.
If it was,
It's
I would have just
nitpick.
ignored it. I would have just ignored it. I'm only saying this because you're accusing me. I mean, it's mostly your friend just accusing me about something that's not true, but it's you saying that I didn't have a script when I full on did, and I think it's still in my notes. I gotta check if it's still in my notes. If it is, I'll probably post it in my community note. And even then, why does it matter? Why does it matter if I had a script or not? It shouldn't matter because the whole point of this video was to debate you. Or better yet, just say, or just to call you out and say, I don't believe this and this, because I don't agree with your opinion. That's all it was.
These are some weird criticisms.
Yeah, I don't even think they're criticism either. But like I said, I'm reading the room and I can understand why he's thinking this. But again, the video was not made to attack you. It was just made to like say, hey, I don't agree with this and stuff like that.
Say it's a nitpick.
As a content creator, this is why I go to you, and this is what separates a channel who succeeds from a channel who fails. Sure, there's a lot of luck involved.
Fail my ass.
Your channel
huh?
has way more subscribers than Blackarooni.
Yeah, that's kind of ironic coming from the guy that's saying that.
It's called I have more progress than you.
Yeah.
A lot
then
of
again,
people.
this was wait what he said. Wait what? Hold on, did I hear that right?
Channel who succeeds from a channel who fails. Sure, there's a lot of luck involved. A lot of people who are undeserving get to the top. Look at XQC, for example. But everybody else, well, I think
I thought I heard something else. I thought he said something about black people.
Channel who fails. Sure, there's a lot of luck involved. A lot of people who are undeserving get to the top. Look at XQC, for example.
Wait, who's XQC? Can I get a reminder on who that is?
XQC was a streamer on Twitch.
That's Twitch, not fucking YouTube.
XQZ. I've never heard that.
XQC, not XQZ.
Oh, Wait, what? What?
XQC.
Oh, that guy. Oh, I know that.
The guy that posted footage of the Israel Hamas tragedy stuff with buildings getting blown up.
Oh, yeah. He's like a reaction channel or something like that. But
yes.
Even then, he kind of puts a name on actual reaction channels because he actually watched the video fully. He doesn't like commented on it and say how his opinion on this and something like that, like how we're doing it. Like we paused the video and then give our thoughts on it. He actually watched the video fully, then he doesn't like pause and do stuff like that.
We're just a watch pause people.
Yeah.
But everybody else, well, I think XQC's at the top because a lot of people like having somebody stupider than them to look at. And if you want to be known as the stupid Godzilla content creator, then do stuff like that. But I feel like this Zilla guy is a lot smarter and a lot more into his community, and that I think it was just.
Well, from back then, no, he was trying to this is hard to take in. He was trying to compare me to that guy XQC, and then he's like saying he doesn't believe that. He believes that I'm smarter than that, which I am. Because again, I wrote this video with a script. But
Right.
overall, shit, I forgot what I was gonna say because I got caught off guard about that.
You get complimented.
He thought he could get an easy dunk on you. And that, I think it was just a matter of laziness. He thought he could get an easy dunk on you.
That was not even
What
me
was
by
that?
laziness. I actually did research on it. Even then, there's people who are making the same opinion. There's people who's making the same opinions that he's saying, and there's going to be the same people that's going to go against it. And I'm just like, then I did my own research and looking at it and hearing what others have to say about it. And to simply put, I did do my research on it. I don't know why he's saying that I didn't do my research when I did.
I mean, given the points that he makes later, I don't know about that.
I'm hitting play.
But yeah, no. Also,
Even I don't know if that's Blackarooni agreeing with me, but even he's saying that too. So he's kind of wrong.
Astro mentioned earlier that
Astro, I hate that guy.
He's my husband. How dare you?
No, that's Nico.
Oh, what the fuck?
What?
Astro's your secret boyfriend.
No, we're in love.
Great.
That's the same shit.
Great, they're accusing me of not having a script, and now they're stealing my act. What a fucking copycats!
That's why he's your secret
Oh,
boyfriend.
that's
You're
some-
forcibly married to Nico, but Astro's your true. One was it OTP? One true love.
What the fuck?
Yes. Come here, kiss me on my
What
hot
the
mouth.
fuck?
I'm
Whoa!
feeling
What
romantic.
is this?
All right, Pops, I know you're here. Clip that.
All right. Anyway, so Astro mentioned the box office
Ryan,
success.
I'm gonna need you to take that out of context and clip it.
That's actually gonna be fucking funny. I'll probably do that.
Yeah, that's actually funny. I'll agree, that's funny.
And yeah, no, it's like okay, so like
And
in the
movie
first minute,
quality is like ripped is different.
yeah, like in the first minute, he misinterpreted what I meant when I said doing better, because I never mentioned that it was doing better financially. I was talking about quality. I mean, in his defense, I will say I didn't make that clear, so I will give him that.
Yeah.
Okay, quality-wise, it's the same shit. Like, if we're gonna talk about quality-wise, it's the same shit. Like, from after watching Godzilla -1 with New Empire, then like compared to Shin Godzilla. Even though, like I said this like 1,000 times, I don't like Shin Godzilla, but even then, Shin Godzilla has the same quality as the other Godzilla films. So, I don't know what was his point on the whole quality thing too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I
I
will give.
feel you later in the video, all you talked about is story and not box office.
I mean, I did mention. I did mention. Well, did I?
Like, just like maybe once, but if the majority of the video is you talking about story quality and about.
Oh no, I remember. Yeah, no, I remember. I was mentioning the budget of -1. That's about as much of like when it comes to finance. That's the most I mention. I don't talk about like the budget of any other movie but -1. And just comparing that to like other big budget movies that also, but I'm not comparing like box office numbers or anything. Despite the low budget, this movie is still pretty well written, almost as if budget is not a determining quality is not a determining factor of the writing quality. The writing quality is its own independent thing.
I don't know if he's referring to something I said in the video later on, or he's referring to this. I wasn't saying that because you were saying that that budget matters or some shit like that. No, I was only saying that because you were saying that America is not doing well over in Japan. That was the whole point of that clip I mentioned. If it wasn't because of budgets or some shit like that, it was mostly because of like you saying how it wasn't doing well. Which again, box office doesn't lie sometimes, but yeah.
Yeah, that was the whole crux of the point.
Yep. 3, 2, 1.
Japan is not doing better than America. Both America and Japan are doing well.
Japan has a better understanding of the character than the US, and
it depends on who's working on a Godzilla movie. Most Godzilla fans prefer people like Michael Dougherty, Gareth Edwards.
Oh, that's what his name was, Michael Dougherty. He directed Godzilla 2019, aka King of the Monsters.
And Adam Wingard, because those people understand Godzilla, except for, well, you know, the 1998 Godzilla director.
So, second statement I made, he didn't even let me finish my point. My point was Japan is doing much better than America in terms of writing quality, and this makes sense.
I mean, there's a thing about that. It's two different aspects of the, you know, whole, whatever you want to call this Godzilla thing. Whatever you... Crap, I'm having a brain fart moment of what you're supposed to call the Godzilla franchise, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
It's two different things when it comes to the American version and the Toei version.
Mm-hmm.
They both do completely different things because whenever Japan does, America has no involvement, and it's what they're doing. And when we do it, it's made by Legendary, and we're doing something completely different than what they're doing. What we want to do is a bit more fun and whimsical, but what Japan wants to do is a bit more serious, and that's okay. It's two different sides. That's why you can't compare them.
Mm-hmm.
This argument, this whole everything is so stupid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I can agree with that until what's been confirmed now that Toho is like now behind Legendary, and because of that, they're trying to get rid of Dagon and make Godzilla the only kind of his species now, and I kind of find that stupid and ruins the whole point of the MonsterVerse now. Yeah,
Well, we'll see.
But I really hope that's not the case because I think it was the comic writer or the script writers. I don't know who said it, but he said that Toho. No, he didn't say Toho. He said that someone in the writing room or someone higher than him said they couldn't make Godzilla a species because it ruins something. I don't know. I was part of Toho's rules, but even then, I kind of find it stupid because Toho would break their own rules. Even Dinomania even classified like the rules that Toho broke, and the rules were Godzilla cannot eat a human being, which we literally saw that in GNK where Godzilla ate a submarine that had a human being in it, and he did it purposely because again he's a reincarnated spirits with the skeleton of Godzilla.
I mean, I think about that is that it's not. We can't see him eat a human on screen. I don't think they only showed him eating the submarine, not him eating the human inside of it.
Yeah, but he did it on purpose though, because he should know there's someone controlling the thing.
Okay, yes, I agree. There was a human inside of it, but you can have some leeway with this because we don't see him do it.
I guess. Yeah, I can agree with that. There's other points Sinomania stated. I would love to find it, but it's probably buried under Anifa community notes because there's like random crazy Godzilla fan that's going after her, and then I did a video on, so I'll probably leave that in the description as well. But yeah,
alright,
watching the video.
Sense, given that they invented the character and have a better understanding of him. You know, if you give birth to
Okay, I would understand that, but here's the thing though. Why the hell did they promote the 1998 Godzilla? Even though a lot of people say they hated it. So
did they promote the 1998 Godzilla?
Yeah, they did. They promoted that movie in Japan.
Oh my gosh.
Hold on, let me go to Wikis. Actually, no, I don't know if you should go to Wikizilla, because that could copyright the stream down. So, actually, I'll just leave a link to Wikizilla. But there was like a promotion for that movie over in Japan, and even Wikizilla stated the movie didn't flop. Is that not a lot of people liked it, and because of that, and losing the rights to Godzilla, they didn't make a sequel.
Right.
Yeah. So that statement doesn't make sense because again, 1998 Godzilla exists, and Toho was trying so hard to promote that movie. And like my friend Eric stated, there's no such. They're just a company, and they're just trying to make money.
to a child and you raise that child, you are going to know more about that child than the teacher of said child. Like if
Yeah, this is what I was talking about.
Oh my gosh.
Fuck, are you Shakespeare? It's a professor and now a fucking Shakespeare. You are just a child, and
Here's
now you are just a child. What the
my thing is yes, of course the parent's gonna know more than the teacher, but like the point is the teacher gets to learn and learn
Yeah,
more about the child as
to
they teach
understand the
them.
child. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, that's the point I
So
was trying to bring
essentially,
up earlier. But yeah, go ahead.
I get what you were trying to say. Teachers are like second parents because
Mhm.
they have to look after these kids in school. So they have to know a little bit about the kids that they are
Mhm.
teaching in order to, better understand them. And in this example is that, you know, Toho is the parent, of course, and Legendary is the school.
Mhm.
The directors are the teachers at the school.
Mhm. Yeah,
So
but
like
yeah, but even then, Legendary. I don't know if it's the whole company that knows this, or maybe I don't know, but they hire people that knows Godzilla and are learning from Godzilla and shit like that. So that statement also doesn't make any sense because they're hiring people that knows Godzilla. Like
right.
that can't be a coincidence. We had fucking I forgot the director's name from 2014 because he said he was a Godzilla fan. We got Mike Doherty who said he's a Godzilla fan, and then we got Adam Wingard who said he's a Godzilla fan. Besides the new guy because he's learning shit from his kid, and I hope his kid can teach him as much that he can. But besides that, that cannot be a coincidence. Like they're obviously hiring people that knows Godzilla and understands Godzilla.
Right.
that child goes to school and is surrounded by this one teacher, the parent will know more than the teacher. That's the kind of relationship that Godzilla and America. Also, he just made his that point without listening to the entirety of my point, and ended up saying something stupid.
Well, I was responding to that point. Well, actually I don't know because it's been a while since I saw the whole video, but maybe he's right on that. Maybe I'm wrong with that. I don't know. I don't remember.
Because number one, I don't care what people prefer. That's not the conversation topic. I don't know why he's bringing it up. Because we're talking about quality. We're not talking about what people think of it. Like you don't know if I like King of the Monsters. You don't know if I like Godzilla versus Megalon. You don't know if I like Godzilla versus Kong. I mean, no, no. People know I absolutely despise that movie. It's not. It's no secret. But I'm gonna like I don't hate King of the Monsters. Now, King of the Monsters, the writing quality.
Okay, well, if you don't hate King of the Monsters, then why are you constantly saying that people should stop comparing King of the Monsters with Shin Godzilla? Obviously, implying that you think that Shin Godzilla is better than King of the Monsters, which I'm gonna say this like I don't know how many times I said it's not true. Again, different movies. Even if we want to compare it with that fucking shit, King of the Monsters is 10 times better than Shin Godzilla. I'm sorry, like at least they try to have human characters that's like relatable and interesting. Shin Godzilla did not do that.
Is a whole different conversation. That's why we separated. But we're not talking about preference here. We're talking about writing quality. And the second thing is that Michael Dougherty and Adam Wingard do not understand Godzilla in the slightest.
Really, really, are we really gonna take that path? Really? Oh my
Wait,
gosh.
what did they say? I zoned out for a second.
Huh?
fuck?
Said that Michael Doherty and Adam Wingard knows nothing about Godzilla. Hold on. Actually, let me just replay
That
that.
seems like a low blow.
Hold on. Listen to what he said.
The second thing is that Michael Dougherty and Adam Wingard do not understand Godzilla in the slightest.
Dude.
Do I have to say
Feels
this?
like a low blow.
Michael Doherty understands Godzilla because I'm not joking when I say this, and I have my DeviantArt account to prove it. He's into Godzilla to the point he made Godzilla and Mothra a thing. I mean, yeah, it's not like a official romantic thing. He's trying to make it like realistic as he possibly could, but he said it. He said it in his post where he said like it's for survival instinct and cuddles, meaning they kind of have a relationship with each other. So, like, that goes to show that he's that into Godzilla that he's willing to do shit like that. And I mean, yeah, it's not. I know this point doesn't like make any sense, but for someone to do that, they have to be that deep into Godzilla to be doing that shit. I mean, doing that shit. What about you, Hunter? What's your thoughts on his statement?
Just defined director
Mm-hmm.
in and of himself.
Yeah, if we're not talking about like Godzilla movies, he made like good movies like VHS and I don't know, and yeah, that's the only movies I know him from. I haven't seen any other Wing Guys movies besides VHS.
Anyway, where's the 15 minutes of uninterrupted Mothra and Godzilla making out?
Oh my gosh.
What they do understand is that flashy colors and explosions in cities with Godzilla slapped on top of it, as well as other monsters that people like to see, makes people go feral. That's what he understands. The writing quality of...
I mean, like I said earlier, it's a movie about Godzilla. People are here to watch Godzilla, not the human characters. Well, it depends on what Godzilla movie they're doing. And obviously, Kingdom of Monsters was trying to balance out human characters and Godzilla. Did they do it right? Well, I would say they did it 10 times better than what 2014 did. They balanced it the human characters with the monsters, and I think they did it well. I don't know about how others think about it, but they did it well.
I actually came across this video of Godzilla's Revenge that I... Well, not Godzilla's Revenge, but this was mentioned before, that I didn't even consider. So, well, the main message of Godzilla's Revenge is that, you know, kids should stand up for themselves against bullies. And then the one kid ruins the livelihood of another man just so he can befriend the people that bullied him. So...
I do not remember that in the movie. Like, he did not... Is he referring to the thieves? They were trying to rob someone, and I think they were trying to kill him, too. Is he referring to that? If he is, that's not what happened in the movie. They were trying to kill a fucking kid.
Right.
Even then, but I can't agree with that. The thing he said, like, yeah, it's a messages movies, but the way they did it was fucking bad. Like, bullying another kid to show that you're powerful or something, even though that's like, I don't know. Like the way they did, I can agree the way they messaged it was like not that good. And from what I heard from Kaiju Legends, they were trying to copy like another movie that did something like that, but they wanted to add in Godzilla into their version of it. I'll probably leave a link to that video if I ever find it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an example of... He's going to bring up theme at one point. I just wanted to, mention that. And this will come back later. But yeah, no. The writing quality is abysmal.
If we want to talk about writing quality, it's balanced within the MonsterVerse. Like they can be good or bad sometimes. And from what I heard, the not King of Monsters, the Godzilla X Kong writing was like terrible for me. Yeah, I can agree. I think it's terrible, but I don't think that ruins the movie. It like it takes like 1 point away from the movie.
The MonsterVerse. And I should probably rewatch King of the Monsters with a more critical eye, so I can really understand what the problems are. Because off the top of my head, the most I can remember is Emma Russell. But yeah, no, I've only seen the movie like twice.
So.
Anyway, unpause.
They knew nothing about Godzilla. Then again, I am talking about a guy who literally said this.
They really thought this was a Barbenheimer moment. All this proved was that Takashi is too nice to tell Wingard the truth, laughing my ass off.
I won't lie here, man. You kind of sound like a douche.
If you don't know me by now, hi, I'm Blackarooni, your local Zoomer.
Pause.
Note with the quote of what you posted, Rooney. I mean, that's just supposed to be like a... Since Takashi is, in a professional environment, he's never gonna, dish on the other guy on the other side of the world making the same did do something rude and say that he sucked to his face.
Yeah. On top of that, like, yeah, because I'm right about that post. You know, Takashi is speaking platitudes to praise Wingard because there's nothing to praise. If there was something interesting or important to say, he would have said it. Because
What? Well, that made no sense. He wasn't praising it. Then what the fuck were they doing when they were talking about Godzilla and their work? Because obviously they're directors. They would have seen their movies. Oh, if they and I think they probably even shared their own movie with each other. I could be wrong on that, but that makes no sense. But I can agree with astronaut guy. Even if he did try to be like serious with the guy, he would probably look like a douchebag. Like I can agree with that. If he even tried doing that, he'd probably look like a douchebag, which I honestly doubt he would. Because like I don't know what to say to that. Like I seen the video and I don't think he was trying to hide something or anything like that. He was just like being honest or something like that. Like I don't know what to say to that. Like that's just crazy. What about you, Hunter? Wait, did you hear what he said?
I did not. I was focusing.
All right, hold on. Let me go back to what he said. He said this.
Go back.
Yeah, he said this.
As you, it's like on the other in a professional.
And Blackarooni.
I won't lie here, man.
And Blackarooni, your local
okay,
humor.
pause.
Note with the quote of what you posted, Rooney. I mean, that's just supposed to be like since Takashi is, in a professional environment, he's never gonna, dish on the other guy on the other side of the world making the same property as you. It's like it'd be unprofessional if he did do something rude and say that he sucked to his face.
Yeah. On top of that, like, yeah, because I'm right about that post. You know, Takashi is speaking platitudes to praise Wingard because there's nothing to praise. If there was something interesting or important to say, he would have said it. Because for like he all the most that he says, because I actually have seen the interview. Braden knows that I've seen the interview. I like if you actually listen to what Takashi is saying and pay attention to what it is that he's saying, you notice that a lot of the compliments that he receives comes from the fight scenes themselves and why they're super cool. He's just describing them. On top of that, he's saying, "Oh yeah, my favorite Godzilla movies are
I can go for
this
30
one and
seconds.
this one
Astro,
from."
you're in charge of the playing and pausing. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. So my favorite.
You hear what he said?
I didn't say nothing.
Huh?
I didn't say nothing.
No, I'm saying like, did you hear what he said?
Yeah, I heard what he said, and I mean, yeah, I get it. You don't want to be a douche to some people. I mean, he could have been, but he didn't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but even then, I feel like he would have said something, even not
Right.
on a video, but he would have said something somewhere on social media. The more I think about it, if he did wanted to say something about New Empire, which far as I know, because I mean, knowing the Godzilla community, they would have said something, but they didn't. Meaning that, yeah, that kind of disproves his whole like, he was being too innocent to tell the truth. No, because he was being honest the whole time throughout the interview.
Now, he could have either said it in the interview, posted it on social media, or just kept it to himself. We don't really know.
Yeah, I think it's maybe. I mean, yeah, maybe it's most likely he probably did kept it to himself. But for him to immediately think that he's trying to keep it to himself and trying like to do whatever Blackarooni is thinking of is stupid, and we call that insane too. Because again, you don't know him. You don't know what he's thinking about, and for you to quickly assume like, oh, he's saying this because he doesn't want to break Anna Wingard's heart and shit like that. It's just fucking stupid and quietly.
Between being a douche and criticizing,
Mm-hmm.
and choosing not to say anything puts you nowhere in either of the categories. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't really get what this point is coming from. So it just doesn't really make sense to me.
Yeah.
Why they'd bring this up anyway.
Yeah, because I brought up because I was calling him out on why him saying this kind of sound like a douche move or something like that.
Favorite Godzilla movie is this one and this one and.
Huh?
Because you're essentially bashing a guy's, dream.
Well, that and you're technically putting words in someone's mouth. Like that's what he's technically doing too. Because again, you don't know him, you don't even know what he's thinking about or saying about. So he's technically just adding words to someone's mouth.
If he was gonna say something, he would have said it right there, and he would have said it to
right
his face.
there, or better yet, say in social media. Because again, Godzilla fans are like crazy as fuck. So if the guy said something, they would have picked that shit up. But guess what? I've been around like in the Godzilla fan base for on and off, and even if I wasn't there, Eric would have picked it up. But guess what? Nothing. Nothing was there. Who joined? Oh, it's just Donnie. How you doing? Yeah. All right. Let's continue watching the video.
And this one, and also that in my top three are Godzilla versus Kong and Godzilla X Kong, your movie. And yeah, like it's very nice that he did that, and he's a kind soul, a kind heart for doing that. But does he really mean it?
That's not him being kind. That's literally saying that he likes his movies. Just like how Adam Wingard is saying the same thing about -1 because -1 was released before King of the Monsters came out. What is it? Yeah, before King. I'm not King of the Monsters. New Empire came out. So, yeah.
It is the question. Now, chances are he does, and he's a genuinely nice guy. Putting up other directors, that is very commendable. Good for him. But I don't really think he thinks the movies are well written.
That just confirmed my suspicion. He's just putting words in someone's mouth without him actually knowing it.
Especially when he can put out movies like, what was the other one? The Great War of Archimedes and Godzilla -1. I don't think that he is willing to diss him. If he did diss him in public, they wouldn't really have that type of moment, that interview with each other in the first place. Do you think that if he were honest, that interview would have happened? No. The entire reason why that happened.
No, if he was honest, and like Hunter said, it would have been popular and going around in the Godzilla fan base. Because again, the Godzilla fan base are like crazy motherfuckers. So the moment someone says something they don't like, they're gonna go like haywall or other crazy shit like that. Because again, I've been around the Godzilla community to know that, and yeah, and again, for him to be saying that, then where's the evidence? Him simply saying that he was trying to be gentle, he's trying to be nice, and all that is not evidence. You need to show actual evidence. Tone, if it's tone, then yeah. But then again, I don't know if they're talking English because again, it's been a while since I saw the interview. But if they were, then maybe it's tone. But even then, that's just like skeptical or whatever that word is called. But even then, you need to have evidence. Like show us a tweet. He said maybe he tweeted out something about not liking King of the Monsters or not liking New Empire or whatever. Which, again, Blackarooni is just putting shit out of his ass. I mean, pulling shit out of his ass. But yeah.
And it's because Warner Brothers and
event that Black Macaroni ends up seeing this.
I mean, he will because he does this with other people, but I think he's trying not to do that nowadays. I don't know. Again, it's been a while since I saw his videos. Even if he does respond, I'm not gonna respond back because look at how long this fucking live stream is, and I'm not gonna fucking watch that shit.
Okay, if Blackarooni watches up to this point, I just want to say to you, you are free to have your own opinion, but please be nice to others that have differing opinions from you. I know that may seem hard, but I know you can do this.
Stop putting words.
No, that seems hard for you because you know to be an asshole.
Oh gosh.
Toho wanted a Barbenheimer moment. Barbie and Oppenheimer releasing in the same year or months apart, and they're all they're so diametrically opposed. They have completely different tones. Much like the reason why Barbenheimer worked. The reason why Barbenheimer worked as a meme is not just like the diametrically opposed tones, but also because both were giant, important movies.
From what I heard, the Barbie movie was mixed, and a lot of people liked Oppenheimer. Even then, people were making memes about it because the movies were being released around the same time. If I can remember correctly, I don't know. I find that meme just fucking stupid.
Yeah, they came out around the same time, about
Yeah,
like a week or so apart.
yeah. Even then,
Or actually,
like that meme became so
they may have released,
popular. Oh, go ahead.
they may have released on the same day. I have to check.
Yeah,
Go
and
to
that meme
Google real
became like
fast.
yeah, that meme became so popular. Um, from what I heard from promo, they're trying to make a movie out of it. That sounds so fucking weird because again, it
Yeah.
is based on true events, so I don't know how a Barbie toy is gonna fit into a true events.
So basically, the meme is that it's two contrasting movies, and it's just funny to have these two conflicting movies mixed together because you wouldn't expect people to put them together.
Oh, that makes sense. Well, that explains.
Also, they did come out at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Barbie was important because it was based off of one of the most successful franchises of all time,
Also, little girls' toys.
toy franchises to be more specific, and it was attached to an actress, actually two actors that people really enjoy. People like Margot Robbie because number one, she's an excellent actress, and number two, because she's hot, but mainly because she's an excellent actress. And also Ryan
Excellent actress,
Gosling
and she's
because
hot. Really?
Wait, what?
I mean, okay, yeah, she's a good actress, but I wouldn't put my. It
Wait,
just
what?
comes off as unprofessional to me.
Wait. Can you repeat? Can you repeat what you said? You kind of cut off.
Oh, what I was saying is that yeah, I'd say Margot Robbie is a good actress, but I also wouldn't put on the list that she's hot because that just makes me sound unprofessional.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, and the question is, why the fuck would you say that?
yeah. Like, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong about saying like a celebrity's hot, but when it comes to like to debate like this, I feel like that should be left out because people are gonna get the wrong
Yeah,
idea.
and you
I
can't
mean,
really just point that out.
of the whole cultural zeitgeist around Ryan Gosling. Like, guys absolutely love Ryan Gosling. The literally me thing, yeah, that's people wanted to see Barbie because of Ken. The majority of people wanted to see Barbie because of Ken. And at the very end, Ken was the whole star of the movie. Now, granted,
Oh wait, what?
You weren't supposed. That's not the point of the Barbie movie.
Oh yeah, it was like from
You
I
didn't
think.
watch.
No, my mom did, and she said it was. I don't know, but uh, from what I got, from what I heard from the
Essentially,
Barbie movie. Okay, go ahead since you've seen it.
what it was supposed to. The message of the movie, in my take, is that you're supposed to treat both sides equally.
Mm, okay. From what I heard from someone's point of view, it was like Barbie taken into a realistic world and how some place is dark or something. I don't fucking know, but that's what I heard from what that movie was
Yes.
supposed to be too.
Barbie was a very poorly written movie, so I guess it kind of does fall in
No.
line with
No.
what.
Okay. Pause.
What?
I actually enjoyed the Barbie movie
Mm,
and understood what it was trying to say. And for him to say that, just it kind of just comes off as a bit disrespectful to the work that was put into that movie, and it just feels like Blackarooni didn't understand the movie.
I guess.
All right, continue.
Godzilla Minus One and GXK were trying to do, at least comparing directors and having them talk about their differences. And Oppenheimer ended up being like the best movie out of both of them.
I mean, that's your opinion, but okay. I never did see Oppenheimer.
But yeah, Oppenheimer was had multiple actors that people were attached to. It had Cillian Murphy, which people absolutely adore for his role as Scarecrow in The Dark Knight and in Peaky Blinders. I forgot his name in the show. I've only seen episode 1. Robert Downey Jr. People absolutely love Robert Downey Jr. Like for his roles as Sherlock Holmes, Dr. Dolittle, and his most famous role, Iron Man.
Loved him in that movie. Nobody loved him in the movie Dr. Dolittle.
Hold on. Someone in the chat said something. Hold on. They said something about me. Oh, I guess I can't read it on here. Oh shit! What the fuck? No, go back. What the fuck happened?
What happened?
I don't know.
Also, I'm looking at the chat and there's not much going on.
I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I know. Oh fuck, that's loud. The fuck did we left off on? Oh, I got distracted by something.
-1 success. I certainly didn't anticipate. And then it was as soon as people watched it, when they really, and like do you really think that anything bad could have come out of it? If the movie was better, like slop, like, but it's fine because it doesn't nothing. Because he is the father of, and Oppenheimer is like one of the most important events in American history and just world history as a whole. He's like
22-minute mark.
He's a kind soul, a kind heart for doing that, and he's a genuinely nice guy. You know, the Great War of Archimedes, that type of moment, that interview with each other in the first place. Do you think that if he were honest, that interview would have happened? No. The entire reason why that happened is of all time toy franchises was the whole star of the movie. Now, granted, Barbie was a very poorly written movie. Murphy, which people absolutely adore for his role as Scarecrow in The Dark Knight, and
is that white eye on Zilla supposed to be what? Represents
in rarity?
This person said, is that white eye on Zilla supposed to be represent I don't know what that word says.
I think it's contrariety. Let me look that up.
Contrariety.
Quality or state of being contrary or something contrary. Opposition between one thing and another. Disagreement.
What does my eye have to do with that?
I don't know.
And in Peaky Blinders, I forgot his name in the show. I've only seen episode 1. Robert Downey Jr. People absolutely love Robert Downey Jr. Like for his roles as Sherlock Holmes, Dr. Dolittle, and his most famous role, Iron Man. People love Emily Blunt because she's an excellent actress.
Wait, what do you say?
It's Doolittle, not Doolittle.
I don't know. I'm just making a joke about that too.
People loved Florence Pugh because she's an excellent actress. People love Christopher Nolan because, you know, he directs good movies sometimes when he wants to. And usually his best work, the most important figures, because he is the father of the atomic bomb. So that's why.
I don't know.
That's a bad thing, though. You don't want to be remembered for that, I don't think.
Yeah. Also, why did he bring? Okay, if we're gonna bring out whole actors thing, you wanna know who was the main character in 2019? The same guy who appeared in fucking the Peter Jackson's King Kong. Emma Russell, the same actress who appeared in Stranger Things, which a lot of people love, and the other girl, the mother, she was from the Conjuring universe. I think she was from. And
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and many other actors. So if we're gonna pull that, I might as well do the same here. So I don't know what is that supposed to prove. Besides, yeah, I have no idea what was he supposed to prove right there.
Why Barbenheimer worked. What does Godzilla X Kong have to say? Absolutely nothing. It doesn't say anything.
I mean,
it's not.
I mean,
that's
it's
the
another.
point. It's not.
Yeah, that and and from what people are trying to, from fans are trying to say, which I can kind of agree to them, it's kind of like a Moses thing, where Kong is trying to free his species from a tyrant king, which I can see that.
Right.
And besides that, it's just a story like about Kong discovering like he's not alone and he wants to free his people from an evil tyrant. That's all it was. Even then, yeah, that's all it was. Like it had something to say, but I mean, yeah, it's not messageable. Like it's not supposed to tell people to be nice or something. But even then, it's just a story to tell. To tell, it's just a story. That's all it is. Just a story to tell a story.
We came to the movies not to be taught a lesson, but to watch a big lizard and a big monkey with a robot hand fight against a bigger monkey and his lizard dog.
Yeah.
It's not an important movie. And even the people of the fan base acknowledge this, but they're like, but it's fine because it doesn't need to be important. Okay, so then why should you watch it? If it's not important, why should you watch it? Oh,
You just said it. You just said it because it's fun.
Exactly. That's I like when he said that I was
Contradicting
gonna
yourself.
answer it. He said it himself. I was gonna answer it. I was like, wait, he said it himself. That makes no sense.
Just
people just
answered
want
his
Own question.
Professor. You just answered your own question.
I'm gonna answer a question with an answer. I'm gonna answer with a question. Oh gosh, even though this is supposed to be a debate, I kind of find Blackarooni really funny. He's really funny.
This is fucking
want to enjoy some slop. Number one, there's already enough slop
What the fuck? I'm
in
gonna enjoy
Hollywood.
slapping
All right?
the professor.
Oh, that I can agree with. There is slop in Hollywood, but New Empire
Yes.
and others like it is not it. If you want to look at true slop, look at fucking Joker. That's a true fucking slop. And others before
Which
it.
one?
The sequel one, the one with Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn. Yeah, I cannot pronounce that. That's true slop. Even though the director did that movie because he didn't want to get involved with it, but here's the thing though, why did he get involved with it if he doesn't want to get involved with it? Like that made no fucking sense. And there's others too. Um, I'm thinking of Buzz Lightyear. Lightyear, that movie. I see
Lightyear.
it. Yeah, Lightyear. That slop. And fucking like I love Rise of the Beast, but I can even agree that movie was just fucking slop. Like I like there was
How dare you say that about one of my favorite Transformers movies? I will come to your house and strangle you.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta admit, like they kind of like ruined Optimus Prime in that movie. Like I understand what they were going
No,
for.
that movie is my ride or die. And you will die for this opinion.
Fine. We'll do another one. Okay, give me your movies that you think is slop. Like, which movie do you think is slop?
Green Lantern.
Oh boy.
I'm a strangle.
You don't like that movie?
Oh gosh.
Oh boy.
Kinda.
The Last Night.
I remember watching it, but I don't remember that.
What was
Wait,
the other one,
movie
Hunter?
really that bad?
The Last Night.
Oh, the last
Last
night.
night?
No, he's talking about Transformers: The Last Night.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess I could say it's slop. Like besides the ending, yeah, it's slop.
Robert Downey Jr.'s Dr. Dolittle.
I haven't seen that movie, but I seen the original one.
Jumanji: The Next Level.
Wait, the sequel or the wait? Was that what it's? Wait, was it the?
Get one.
They had the
Jack Black,
Jack
Dwayne
Black.
Johnson, and Kevin Hart.
Wait, Jack Black? I thought
Yes.
I thought it was Donnie DeVito, whatever his name was.
No.
No, it's not Danny DeVito. He's not in any of these movies.
Are you referring to Goosebumps?
No.
Danny DeVito's not in Goosebumps either.
Jumanji.
No, he said no.
We're
She
talking
said
about Jumanji.
yeah, but you said Jack Black. I was like, wait, he wasn't even
Jack
Jumanji.
Black.
He was not.
Jack
oh,
Black
never
is
mind.
in Jumanji
No,
though.
Jack Black
Damn
is
it! I
in
was mistaking
Jumanji.
him for Danny DeVito.
I'm going to come to your house and break 5 of your fingers.
I need to look. Hold
You
on, I
get
need
to
to
pick
remind
the
myself
hand.
of Danny DeVito.
No, Danny DeVito was in the sequel. he was.
I tried searching up Danny and it searched up Denny's.
Alright, let's just continue.
Right, I think we had enough slop. Number 2, and this is critical.
Sorry,
If the
What is critical?
movie was better, like, do you really think it would have been like do you really think that anything bad could have come out of it? And that
What? That doesn't even make any sense.
Yeah, but he does confirm one thing. Like, if a movie was good, something will come bad out of it. Like Godzilla. Like people who are saying the same shit as Blackarooni, but are not taking it to extreme. There's some people who are saying that and are taking it to extreme. That's the only bad thing that came out of -1. But like people say, and I agree with it, we shouldn't blame a movie for people because there's always going to be bad stuff coming out of anywhere, and that's how people are, and we can do something about it, but it's always going to happen either way. So.
then there's -1, which was a completely unexpected surprise. Nobody knew what it was going to be like. It looked
Yeah, because the previous movies, including the anime, were not good. That's what people say. But I honestly enjoyed the Singular Point because I actually loved Singular Point, and the first Polygon trilogy I enjoyed. Second, third were just fucking awful. Like that's why people were unexpected that movie was going to be successful because they've been getting like bad Godzilla films. Over in Toho, by the way. This isn't in America, by the way. It's over in Japan. So that kind of debunks your statement saying how Toho is doing better over in Japan when in reality they weren't. They weren't. I think there's some people saying that Planet of the Monsters was like also bad, but I don't know. Until I hear them out, I'll say that too. But in my opinion, this is just my opinion. Um, I honestly believe that the movie is good for me. What about you, Hunter?
Yes.
looked promising, but like nobody really knew. And then it was
Actually, technically, we did know because again, before when a movie's announced, there's gonna be like leaks and stuff, and we knew it was gonna take place in was it during World War II or World War One? Where did -1 take place?
Kong Skull Island?
What?
Well, which one are you talking about?
-1. It took place
Dev.
Hey,
Oh,
Dev.
-1. That takes place in World War II.
Yo,
Oh, it took place in
Jesus
World
Christ.
War II.
it is a.
Yes.
All right, catch me up because I wasn't watching the stream for a bit.
We're just responding.
Blackarooni's being
Blackarooni, this is what about.
I'm aware. I've been watching the stream. I just haven't watched. I've been watching it for like a couple minutes.
The quick introduction, Hunter. This is my friend Dev, and Dev, this is my friend from high school. Besides that, Blackarooni, he's just like responding to one of my statements, and the one he's trying to say is that how Japan is doing better with Godzilla films in America, and I recently just stated how that's not true because after Planet of the Monsters, Mechagodzilla City and Void Ghidorah, whatever the fuck those movies called, that's how bad they were not good, including Shin Godzilla and I love Singular Point, but people can agree that show wasn't good.
I was
It
also
was just. I won't say it wasn't good. It was just very confusing.
Yeah.
I was also here debunking points about what Blackarooni is saying.
Yeah.
I've been listening, and I do have.
Also,
I have a little quick thing I want to say overall.
you got a hater in the chat, by the way.
All right. All right. Who's talking shit?
Somebody named Awesome Lasagna Man edits. They said, "Boo! Stop looking at drama. Get a job, you apes."
Oh, I know who that is. I know
Give me
who
a
that
second.
is. Just ignore him. I know who that is.
I'm curious. I want to see who this is.
It's the guy from our server.
Dev.
Ignore him. That's the guy from our server. By the way, you fucking.
I've never even heard that insult
of a child. Mind your own damn business, and it's not drama. It's a fucking debate. Learn how to read, you fucking dumbass. And I can say this because I know him, and he's in my server. Yeah,
hi Jeremy.
Go back to the fucking basement, you fucking loot goblin.
I love you.
Go back to the basement.
Live chat is being weird. I can't see it. Why is it being
It's
weird?
Alex.
Yeah, I know it's Alex
Oh, I see.
from our server. Yeah, I know. All right. What you wanted to say, Dev?
I want to say, like, yeah, I do admit some of them are not the best when it comes to writing, but I wouldn't say they're straight up bad. But I will also say they definitely have passion in them. They have heart. When like oh, there we go. Finally, it loaded. Most other films that have been coming out recently, when can you really say that it had like passion in it? I mean, yeah, a lot.
The only ones I can think about that didn't have passion in it was like Mechagodzilla City and Void Ghidorah. I can tell that movie didn't have
That has passion.
Oh,
That has passion. I will say it definitely has passion.
Mm.
It's not everyone's cup of tea. I know a lot of people like it,
Mm.
but it's not one of my favorites. I can definitely say that. But almost every single Godzilla movie has passion in it and true respect for the source material, of course, except for your favorite movie.
Fuck you.
Well, not. It was just the main director that didn't give a shit. The secondary director, I think, at least did love Godzilla. He wanted to do this.
He tried to do it.
Yeah, he tried to do it, and yeah. But yeah, it is. I will say, yeah, like I said I'm having a stroke. But yeah. Godzilla movies at this point, we're mainly here like for the spectacle of the kaiju's itself and the world it's around and sometimes how the characters either overcome or another threat
What?
appears.
What happened?
The chat flipping is being weird.
That's just ignore him. That's how he is. We can't control him. But continue, Dev.
We can't control him.
I think I'm overall done.
All right. Is it all right? Are you okay? Is that yeah? That's all you wanted to say. Are you don't want to join and watch this, or do you have other things to do?
I might stay here for a little bit, but
All right. That's fine. All right.
yeah.
Let's continue.
Welcome to the podcast.
As soon as people watched it, when they realized that -1 was actually an important movie, so nobody could have anticipated -1's success.
Okay.
I certainly did.
I wouldn't call -1 an important movie because again,
I mean, it's not entirely important. It's not really important, but it does have a message.
Yeah.
But that message has already been crossed. That message has already been dealt with the Japanese government back then, because now it's no longer like that. Obviously.
Yeah.
-1 is definitely its own continuity.
It is. It is definitely its own continuity. How it takes place before the original Godzilla 1954.
Yeah.
Right.
There's some speculation saying how it's like a prequel to the 1954 movie or something.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Yeah.
If it were,
it's a cool idea,
Godzilla
but...
looks similar. Godzilla will look similar, and people in. Wait, no, that wouldn't make sense either way.
Yeah. Yeah, and also I think if I can remember correctly, that's supposed to be its own. They're doing their own multiverse as well, from I can remember.
I think so, at least, or at least they mention it their own verse of like Godzilla.
Because I remember them mentioning
their own
2016 and shit like that.
Yeah, during Shin Godzilla. I'm glad.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's still true today. If it is true, then I don't mind like having two MonsterVerse. Like
It might be the same. It might be the same thing because well, Takashi Yamazaki is gonna be directing the next Godzilla film.
Yeah.
I hope. Like, I honestly, either or. I don't know what he's gonna do. Whether it be a sequel or just a completely different thing. I'm all for it.
Yeah. All right.
And I do want to comment on what he said earlier in your stream about like Takashi Yamazaki not talking shit about was like basically like saying how like
he was trying to he was putting words in his mouth and was trying to say like he wasn't being honest with Adam Wingard.
Yeah. Well, first off, I remember seeing a Twitter post where Takashi Yamazaki actually watched basically the like one of the more hated Godzilla movies. Your favorite movie? I'm gonna keep saying that because it's funny.
Fuck you.
And he said he says he liked it, but he can understand why others don't.
Oh yeah, I just
I've
remember
never
that.
seen like a post. I've never seen a post where he ever said that he absolutely like hated the writing or something like that of that movie of New Empire. New Empire is meant to be invoking the Showa era, and that's quite obvious with the the fucking this suplex and the overall like style of it, which Takashi Yamazaki grew up on, and so has the other director, and they both acknowledge that, and they're both fans of the Godzilla franchise. And for him to say that he doesn't understand the Godzilla franchise is honestly pretty funny. Him, Adam Wingard and Michael Dougherty.
I was hoping it was gonna be good. I was expecting that it was gonna be like decently written, and I was considering it like the best Godzilla movie of all time. But I didn't really expect it to be that successful. But it was. Like anything. Like I joked with my friends, it was gonna be like, I'll make $1 billion. It's gonna make $1 billion, but that was